Fun niggas doing the most. Nina, I gotta keep that bitch close. Leaning, I'm finna pull up before later. I'm on the way and it goes speeding. I let the money counter it go. Yeah, I let the money counter it go. Yeah, fun niggas doing the most. Nina, I gotta keep that bitch close. Leaning, I'm finna pull up before later. I'm on the way and it goes speeding. I let the money counter it go. Yeah, I let the money counter it go. Yeah.
I love the money counter. I love the money counter. I love the money when it coming in. You know how I like it balanced. Your girl, she do a drink on the dick, gymnastics, she with the talent. She be like, yo, Vogel, you got all the money, you know I keep it balanced. And I got the money in my hand, got an Aki here from Afghanistan. Get the money, then I'm back to my plans. And these niggas in here wanna be fans. And these niggas is bitches. And I got glizzy extensions. These niggas got pussy intentions. See, I'm jumping the fence.
Fun niggas doing the most. Nina, I gotta keep that bitch close. Leaning, I'm finna pull up before later. I'm on the way and it goes speeding. I let the money counter it go. Yeah, I let the money counter it go. Yeah, fun niggas doing the most. Nina, I gotta keep that bitch close. Leaning, I'm finna pull up before later. I'm on the way and it goes speeding. I let the money counter it go. Yeah, I let the money counter it go. Yeah, trap jumping, they keep pinging my phone. For the beef, you better leave it alone. Smoke a nigga, put his ass in a ball. Be John Wick if you come for my dog, yeah. I stay with some posing extension like strippers. I do it myself, I ain't calling no hitters. The water so cold, gotta keep me a heater. Empty cup, so I'm pouring a whole nother liter. I'm with your bitch getting top in the towel. Little bitty thicker than Megan and Lotto. She want me to cuff, she ain't in on my side. I hit that bitch once and I pass her the Vago. Spraying these rounds, Draco surround you. Smoking on loud, but my shit is louder. I'm out of town, but I still got the power. My favorite sound of money count. Niggas doing the most. Nina, I gotta keep that bitch close. Leaning, I'm finna pull before later. I'm on the way and it goes speeding. I let the money counter it go. Yeah, I let the money counter it go. Yeah, fun niggas doing the most. Nina, I gotta keep that bitch close. Leaning, I'm finna pull before later. I'm on the way and it goes speeding. I let the money counter it go. Yeah, I let the money counter it go. Yeah. Fun niggas doing the most. Nina, I gotta keep that bitch close. Leaning, I'm finna pull before later. I'm on the way and it goes speeding. I let the money counter it go.
Niggas?
Yeah, I let the money counter it go. Yeah, fun niggas doing the most. Nina, I gotta keep that bitch close. Leaning, I'm finna pull before later. I'm on the way and it goes speeding. I let the money counter it go. Yeah. Fun niggas doing the most. Nina, I gotta keep that bitch close. Leaning, I'm finna pull before later. I'm on the way and it goes speeding. I let the money counter it go. Yeah, I let the money counter it go. Yeah, fun niggas doing the most. Nina, I gotta keep that bitch close. Leaning, I'm finna pull before later. I'm on the way and it goes speeding. I let the money counter it go. Yeah, I let the money counter it go. Yeah.
I love the money counter. I love the money counter. I love the money when it coming in. You know how I like it balanced. Your girl, she do a drink on the dick, gymnastics, she with the talent. She be like, yo, Vogel, you got all the money, you know I keep it balanced. And I got the money in my hand, got an Aki here from Afghanistan. Get the money, then I'm back to my plans. And these niggas in here wanna be fans. And these niggas is bitches. And I got glizzy extensions. These niggas got pussy intentions. See, I'm jumping the fence.
Fun niggas doing the most. Nina, I gotta keep that bitch close. Leaning, I'm finna pull before later. I'm on the way and it goes speeding. I let the money counter it go. Yeah, I let the money counter it go. Yeah, fun niggas doing the most. Nina, I gotta keep that bitch close. Leaning, I'm finna pull before later. I'm on the way and it goes speeding. I let the money counter it go. Yeah, I let the money counter it go. Yeah, trap jumping, they keep pinging my phone. For the beef, you better leave it alone. Smoke a nigga, put his ass in a ball. Be John Wick if you come for my dog, yeah. I stay with some posing extension like strippers. I do it myself, I ain't calling no hitters. The water so
we're back! Yes! Hey, I'm Genius.
I'm Derp.
We know what gives a fuck about him. Welcome to the podcast!
Do this again!
Niggas. Niggas, you don't know who did that. Was it me? Was it the board? You don't fucking know.
You couldn't tell because both are his voice. I see.
So as you can see, we're with Derp,
Yes.
Genius, and we also have John Cena to my right.
Yeah, what's up, dude? So, Ricky Stenicki, really good movie.
Well.
Our real guest of the day is... He just fucked up the camera. Dean is...
You're good, bro. Keep coming.
Oh, he did. I thought I fucking... Okay. We got Dean climbing on the casting couch. Welcome, Dean. It's been a while.
Gang.
What's up? Thanks for having me.
First thing I want to address is the TikTok that went viral out of nowhere the last time we did one of these.
That was kind of crazy.
The freestyle to the track review went viral. That I did not expect.
We have to make a song.
All we do, you know, the dude who owns
have
the
the beat.
the dude who owns the beat was commenting.
I commented on the beat. I was like, dude, we went viral using your beat. And
No
then
wonder he's been commenting all over the video. Like, this is where it's at. This is where it's at.
I'm about to hit him up. I might cop that bitch.
It's not a bad idea.
I might cop it.
We were talking about doing the Geneas Derp song. Like, we could just do it that way.
You know, a little bit of niggas. Niggas.
I had to. Anyway, Dean, welcome. It's been a long time since you've been on this. It's been a long time since I've seen you actually at all. When's the last time we even hung out?
I don't know, bud.
Other than yesterday. I mean, like,
yesterday.
that was like the first time I've seen you in like fucking, I think, a year. I think the last thing we did was go see that movie, like when we all three went.
What movie was that? That was a Marvel movie?
Yeah, I think it was Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
It was.
It was indeed.
Yeah, that was the
a good
last
movie.
So whenever that movie came
That was
out,
a
it was,
really good fucking movie.
so good, dude.
That movie
Yeah.
was way.
That was a really good movie.
I'd say it was better than the Ant-Man movie that we went to go see.
I got a question.
I never saw it. What's up?
I got a question for you, Dean.
All right.
I know you have. Have you ever wrote a diss track before?
Yeah, actually, I have.
You have?
Yeah.
You want to tell us who it was?
Wait, can we?
about?
Yeah. Is there any way we can find out who?
It's old. It's past the
You
times.
probably can. I probably could. I think I have it privatized still. I think I could probably pull it up, but I don't want to do that because I like the person now. We're pretty good friends now.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It was you know him. At the time he went by MB3. It was Nathan Boddicker.
Not
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, it was
No
Trey Wright.
way.
Was good friend now.
Damn.
Good buddy.
I never met him, but I know I've heard his music and stuff.
I got the first diss track against him. So
Damn,
That's
dude.
wild. He's actually really good. So.
Did he ever respond, or like did he put
he
out
called
one?
me personally a couple hours after I released it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What did he say?
He came to me, so I was ready to go. He called me and I was like, "What's up?" And he was like, came to me like super understanding. He was like, "Hey man, let's just talk. You know what happened? Blah blah blah." We had a good talk. We talked about it. I told him what was, my issue or what it was really the group I was in at the time, their issue, and I kind of took it upon myself to kind of speak for the group. And we talked about it. And after we settled things, he invited me down to come kick it with him and make some music. That was when he was still living in Ohio.
Huh.
And so, yeah, we did that, and I privatized it like a few days after it was released. And then, yeah, that was it.
Nice.
Diss track. But I feel like I've made a couple more. They're very unmemorable for me, at least.
Man, you had yeah, if you can, yeah.
Don't touch my shit, man.
You, dude, I've been around when you had
king of
some
this track.
like
I'm king of this track.
when I first met
diss
you.
a nigga and shoot a music video to it.
When I
Like,
first met you, within 2 weeks of knowing you, you had a diss track out. Like,
I feel like your diss tracks though, they're more trolls than anything. I feel like you're more or less just trolling the people,
like you're lyrically not better than me. Sit down.
Well, and it's almost like you're just giving them attention. It's just like, watch how much attention I get making you look like shit, and watch. And it's almost always more attention than the person has ever had on their page at any point.
Honestly, most of the time I'll diss somebody, it gives us both a boost.
Well, yeah.
Weird enough.
I can see what you mean.
I don't
Yeah.
think that's weird at all.
Like if
Both
I-
audiences are definitely interested.
Like if me and you was the beef, and we like started dropping diss tracks and say, like, if yours was like completely trash, and mine was like what it is, right?
Yeah.
Because we're beefing, even if it was super fucking trash, it's still gonna get all the views and attention because people want to see.
Oh shit! Go to multi-stream. We can't see any of the comments.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying? It'd be like it's just I don't know. It's just like that. Like
speaking of diss tracks,
it just boosts diss tracks. Just really take everybody to the next level.
And I think that's just because people
they love beef.
they
hip hop
love
like as
drama.
a sport, like people forget there's a sport to this shit. Like diss tracks keep that marathon going. You know what I mean?
Vaseline.
Like
What was the last actual rap beef? And I'm gonna say like actual like serious rap beef before
Probably Gucci,
recently.
Gucci and Jeezy.
It was a while ago.
that was a very serious one.
That was serious. That's real.
Yeah.
That's as real as it gets. Like,
Yeah, dude.
like I feel like Tory and Jordan Lucas. That wasn't real. That was like a competitive sparring match.
I mean, Tory and Meg the Stallion, man, he shot her.
And
So I mean,
Vaughn-
that's pretty serious. It ended pretty serious.
Talking about. They are two rappers and they was beefing.
One of them
You're
got
not
shot.
wrong.
One of them got shot.
You're not wrong.
No cat. Like I guess you're right. That was some serious rap beef.
It was short lived.
What was the Vaughn thing before or after that? I
Vaughn
forget.
beefed with anything walking. If you wasn't from his block, he had beef with you.
I mean,
he had beef with us. We don't know.
He definitely had beef with you.
why?
Specifically.
Why me?
Because you're from the Caucasus Mountains.
Yeah, look at you.
I'm just kidding.
That was the wrong button.
Yeah,
I
niggas
liked
was
it.
the right button.
Meek and Drake was a battle for Diddy.
No.
It might have been.
We're getting to that.
Yeah, we're getting
First,
there.
I want to talk
Stay
about
tuned.
while we're on the diss track thing. Kendrick, Cole, what the hell,
Nigga
guys?
bum.
Like, what do you guys think right now?
I think it's hard to say anybody is winning right now.
Yeah.
Because specifically, this is my stand on it, and I feel like both of them got to be on even playing fields to really get a good battle out. So I think this next response is going to really determine.
Yeah,
And that's because Kendrick dropped a verse on Like That with Future and Metro. It's just a verse. J. Cole dropped a whole song, and it was really a 2-in-1. So he gave him damn near 2 songs in one, responding to that one verse. So it's like it's really hard to judge it, like who is better between Kendrick's one verse or J. Cole's whole song.
that's
so
true.
when
Yeah, and
Kendrick-
they were both kind of like slaps too. They weren't like all in.
So
Like, they were
when
both
Kendrick
like,
drops
listen.
this, Kendrick dropped this next one.
Well, that's what I was about to say.
Drake not even in conversation. I don't even care about Drake responding anymore.
He's not gonna.
We don't care. Like you drop, we're not gonna care. We're gonna be like, oh,
He's
and
not
then
gonna.
It took too long if he was gonna. So
it can't be good.
Here's
enough.
my thing. This to me feels like a Cold War, if anything. It doesn't feel like a battle. It doesn't feel like a beef right now. It feels like the Cold War almost. Like, oh, my dick's bigger than yours. Oh yeah, well watch this. Look, I've got a slightly bigger dick now. Like, and that's just kind of what it feels like because, like you said, it was a verse, and then it was a song. But it's like it doesn't feel like either of them even came close to hitting even 20% of their capability.
I'm about to hurt a lot of feelings when I say this.
I feel like it was warning shots. I feel like, and right now, honestly,
Yeah.
it could be even a marketing stunt because if you remember back when Kendrick did Control,
Cole just dropped the whole project.
okay, hear me,
I don't think he was gonna do that originally though.
Who knows?
but the Control verse came out. Everybody's like, oh, he's got beef with the whole industry, and then what came out of that? Other than all of those artists that he named started making some, at least most of them started making some really hard music after that, and it was almost like a push, like y'all keep
A
up.
creative.
It was a creative push, and it was just a good way to do it because hip hop is built around confrontation. So I feel like that was a really good way to do it. And this could be a similar thing because I think it was a day or two after Kendrick dissed him or whatever. Dreamville had a story on Instagram playing a Kendrick song. It was like Duckworth or
Yeah,
something.
because
So
Cole fucks with Kendrick. We know that.
yeah, man. I mean, he mentions him the most out of any of the three mentioning each other, and I mean that's cool
I'll be
because he's a
honest.
genuine dude.
Yeah,
If Kendrick was to get mad at that diss, I'd be like, you soft.
he wouldn't. Yeah, he
you know
wouldn't
what I'm
get
saying?
mad. Yeah,
If he actually got mad at that diss, I'd be like, you just soft.
Right now, it sounds like
Yo.
two friends. It sounds like two friends shit talking each other. It'll become beef when it takes off bigger and there's actual serious lyrics put into it and serious capability. You understand they're using less than 20% of their capabilities right
we
now.
know
Of their
Kendrick's
skill set.
capabilities.
When those skill sets start to
We know
show
Cole's
themselves,
as well. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
this could get serious.
and we know Drake's, man.
It might be to where it becomes into a real life thing where they might not fuck with each other in real life. We might see some actual tension build up there. That's when I would consider it a beef. Right now, it just
True.
But
It
it'll
is
never
what
get
it
that way
is.
because Cole literally said in the diss, he's like, man, I fuck with this dude. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not about to sit here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. And the reason why I don't think Drake should even respond is because everybody's going to do what they did. One, it's not going to be anywhere near on the level. Two, people are just going to be like, somebody ghost wrote that. And I would believe it. I would believe he
with
would
as
have
long
a
as
ghost.
it's taken. Yeah, absolutely.
I would believe he'd have a ghost
Drake has this bad tendency. I don't want to say bad. He has this tendency to take things into real life immediately. Like I saw Rick Ross unfollowed him. Within a day or two of that happening, he was inviting Rick Ross's ex VIP to his show. Now,
is
that's
an
some
immediate
real
actor.
shit. That's some
That's
real
fast.
shit.
That's
I don't
quick.
have to release a record saying anything about you. I'm just gonna fuck your girl real quick, and
Damn.
somebody's gonna take a picture of it because I'm Drake. I don't even have to take a picture because I'm Drake. Somebody's gonna take a picture of it for me and post it, and I don't have to actually put in any effort. And
He's like, I don't have to let anything out of the
He's-
arsenal for
Drake-
this one.
Drake-
he's pretty
will-
known for doing that.
Drake
though,
will
with other
light skin
people.
you.
Yeah, he's done that to so many people while he's beefing with them without saying anything about him. It's just like, oh, okay, well, let me just chest move real quick. I just got to checkmate so I can get back to what I'm doing.
Yeah. That's
so who you got your money on?
between Kendrick and Cole.
And Drake.
He's out of the conversation
He is
for
out.
sure. He's like, I know that's who they were going for on that album with Metro. Obviously, they were like pissed at Drake, but
Because
like
Kendrick,
it brought more of a conversation to Cole and Kendrick than it did with.
because really when it comes to sales, it's Kendrick and Drake,
It is.
Yeah.
and then J. Cole.
I
Yeah.
think popular
And
opinion.
so when Kendrick's aiming for the crown, he's aiming for the top. He's aiming at Drake,
And I think if it went to popular vote, it would
not
go to Drake too.
not Cole.
If
True.
It,
But
True.
Cole
That's
is
why,
his
yeah.
homie, and he like, you clicking up with this nigga.
if it goes to real
that's
hip
my
hop
op.
heads, they're gonna give it to Kendrick. If it goes to popular vote, it's gonna go to Drake. If it
Yeah.
goes to the fact of who's more technically skilled, I think that's either gonna go to J. Cole or Kendrick.
Mm-hmm.
I think Drake's out of the conversation, but I think what you don't ever want to do is count Drake out, somebody who's so capable like that to really force himself back into the conversation.
Yeah.
I don't think you want to count him out all the way yet because he could go
I'm
silent
gonna
for a
count.
month.
I gotta count Drake out just because there's not a bar you could possibly say or that I've heard that come close to anything that Kendrick.
Yeah, dude.
His
I
entire catalog.
Unless he has some dirt. Unless he has some actual real
You would have
dirt.
to have some weird tapes or something. You'd have to know, bro. Like,
Diddy did it.
You'd have to have the Diddy tapes.
Didn't Diddy smack the fuck out of Drake?
Diddy?
Didn't Diddy smack Drake or Drake smack Diddy? I swear
I
that
don't
happened
know,
one
man.
time.
You might have to Google that real quick.
Hey, Jamie, Google this for me. You guys don't have a Jamie.
I was like, who the fuck is Jamie?
He's like, don't mind. Jamie's behind the green screen. Don't worry about it.
I was like, you have someone back there.
I know. I was like, wait.
crying. Nah, but
Diddy punches Drake at Live Miami. Bruh. Yep. When did this happen?
Diddy was
December
like-
8th, 2014.
Diddy was like, I'm gonna fuck you, and then Drake's like, no, I'm gonna fuck you. He said, oh.
they had a fuck fight.
He tried to drug Drake's drink, and he was like, I do this to myself
said-
all the time.
They Spider-Man'd it.
Diddy tried to give Drake a cup, and then Drake's like, you already drank what I gave you.
They both.
He's got a beer in his hand. He's like,
No. He looks at him like the Spider-Man meme. Like
Diddy starts saying multiple.
they both just
He's just sitting there like
collapse
this,
because they both drank each other's drink. They're just like they just both fall.
So who you think?
Oh, speaking of which, I
Gotta
brought you
wa-
this water.
Yeah, you never answered my question.
Is this for me?
Yeah, I brought you this while we were on the topic of drug and drinks.
What's that powder in there?
I'm like, I'm just like passed out for the rest of the podcast. Like,
We're going viral again.
what really is it?
I didn't
It's
actually
just-
give that to you.
It's just
water.
Crystal
I was
Geyser.
just-
Oh, can I have a sip of it though?
Sure.
Don't you have your own water?
Is that mine?
I think that's mine.
Yeah, that's yours.
I I got this water for you, and now it's mine.
I actually got one for me and her.
All right.
Yeah, I already chugged mine. Yeah, it's over there.
There's only a little bit.
But
of
yeah, you never
GHB
answered my
in there.
question, bro. Kendrick, Drake, or Cole?
Kendrick.
Too soon to tell.
That's a bias.
No, bro.
I think mine's more of a bias
Okay.
standpoint
Too soon to
too.
tell.
Okay, try to make.
I
it
just
non-
like Kendrick more.
But who do you think really is going to?
I think unbiased. I really do think Kendrick could if he's really putting his all into that.
We all heard the hearts, all of them.
Yeah, dude. If he's really putting some soul and brain power into a diss track, he's wanting to go hard. Pause.
Motherfuckers sleeping on that Pet Cemetery bar.
Oh
that
yeah,
was good.
yeah.
There's several good ones in there. I don't know. I don't think it's anything voting on a win or loss yet on who's going to win or lose because I don't even know if it's real yet. And that's kind of how I'm going at it on not voting because I don't even think it's worth a vote yet because nobody showed me that they're serious.
The real question
I
is,
don't think
do you
anyone's
think-
gonna win because even after J. Cole dropped his 7-minute drill, and I was reading the comments on the rap page, the comments were very mixed.
Yeah,
Some people were saying Cole won, some people were saying Kendrick, but it wasn't more people saying Kendrick or more people saying J. Cole. It was super even. And
so
that's
what will
makes-
happen? What do you think will
I
happen?
think they'll just drop and then they'll just be known as.
So if Kendrick doesn't come
Lyrical
back though,
gods.
if Kendrick doesn't come back with a response,
That's a L.
Cole wins.
Yeah, for sure. If he doesn't respond, because you're not about to sit here and try to call Cole out, and then when he stand on business,
You gotta
not
stay
say nothing.
silent,
Don't be
yeah.
a bitch now.
Yeah, exactly.
Stand on business, nigga. You was being violent that day. You chose violence. You said it in that verse, nigga. I need to see that violence now.
I think
Yeah.
this was just a distraction from the Diddy business going on.
Oh,
Let's get into it.
niggas.
All right.
All right, you
Let's
guys
get
have
on.
stepped into the dark zone. This is the
The what?
welcome to the dark zone. Geneas Derp.
Thank you for keeping it. The
After
first day
dark.
we stream everywhere, you're like, canceled.
All right. So for y'all who don't know, which you got to be under a rock if you don't know.
What didn't Diddy do?
What didn't Diddy do?
That's a short list.
Diddy really diddling diddlers.
The diddler.
Niggas. If you want $1 million, he gonna diddle your doodle bop. The Diddy discussion. Bruh. Discussing Diddy's diddle.
Pause. No Diddy. Discussing Diddy's doodle.
I think we just found our TikTok clip.
Fuck. All right, now, motherfucking Diddy, dude. When I tell you, bro, just reading everything, there are 73 pages of this nigga Diddy
The diddler.
just being the absolute menace.
Yes.
Just being a menace, bro.
Yeah.
It's a GTA lobby in that bitch. It's absolutely no
really,
rules.
though, it is. From pretty much page 1.
Dark deeds of Diddy. Diddy's deeds in the dark.
Does that say what do you guys think of his latest IG post? Who? Diddy's? Did Diddy have? Did Diddy do it?
It's a picture of Meek Mill.
Is it really?
No, it's
oh my
not.
god, you.
Is it really?
I just got it. That took a minute.
It's just a picture of Meek Mill smiling.
He's like-
What even is his fucking IG page?
Oh God!
Oh, it's love.
Shut up. He got the actual love
Is it?
handle. Oh, I was about to say he got the love handle. Like, how much you pay for that?
Paid for love handles.
How many people did you sell to get that handle?
All right, here we go.
Turn the volume down a little bit. That's like.
Is this
What
the one?
is that?
Is this the one of him?
That's a Diddy party.
A Diddy party.
Should I mute it?
That's definitely
Should I
a
mute
Diddy.
these mics?
Damn near, bro. Send that to me so I can send that to Jason their email. I'll put that on the screen so everybody else can see that.
All right.
Oh my God.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Turn your phone down.
God
Dean,
damn.
Jesus. Holy
Boy.
welcome to the podcast.
Hey, what's the email?
geneasderp@gmail.com. So yeah,
It's from his old video of victory, and it's clip of him reminding running from the cops with Bad Boy for life. Oh shit.
Hell yeah. It's not the last one I saw, but maybe it was a pin post.
So we gonna sit here and really be like, hey, the people that Diddy be paying off is supposed to go and capture this nigga? The people he been working with to get away with all these crimes that they already knew he was doing, we're supposed to expect them to arrest this nigga?
Diddy done did it, dude.
Is that what we really about to sit here and believe, like Diddy ain't about to get away with this shit? They already said he be paying the cops to get away with shit.
Diddy diplomatic immunity.
Diddy dipping his
Diddy dipping, dude. Yo, Diddy dipping dots, dude.
Jesus Christ.
Diddy dipping dudes.
Oh my God, Diddy dips and dudes.
Diddy does dips and dudes.
Not doing dips. All right, yeah. So
We might get a. We might want to shut the fuck up.
So what I read in the
Oh,
documents, because I
shit.
was reading, I ain't gonna lie, we read all 73 pages of that.
Yeah, I think I got up to like page 5, and I was like,
The,
All right.
No,
the
I
second,
read it all, and I
Multiple times.
Half of it, I was sitting on the phone with him reading it live.
and like, bro, like he really offered a man $2 million.
Yep.
A house on the island next to his.
Yeah.
So a mansion next to his.
Or
And a Grammy for Producer of the Year. Say, I'm gonna give you all of this
if I get some butt
for that butt. Give me that butt, boy.
in a small
Diddy-
and intimate setting.
Diddy pulled up. He said, "Man," he pulled up to he pulled up to him, put his hand on the shoulder, kind of like gave him a little firm grip, and he was like, "I'm about to make you Producer of the Year. I'm about to give you $2 million. I'm about to give you a mansion next to mine."
And then he
You
moved his
gonna be
hands down
sad.
to his thighs.
And he said, "But I want this." And Brody said, "What? $2 million."
He said he was a devout Christian man and would absolutely not do that.
And then then all he talked about was like, my family could be set. All I gotta do is sacrifice my butthole. And then he sacrificed his butthole. And he let Diddy have that butthole. He let him in that brown.
Wait, hold on.
Niggas.
I don't think there was any letting. Involved. I think it
'cause
kind of got taken from him.
Diddy actually likes it when you scrape and pull for
I
sure.
like it when you scrambling and scraping.
I didn't even have to use the soundboard for that one. Can I send a song? We're just doing the regular podcast today. Do you want to do that thing we were talking about, or no? Just keep it a buck. We'll keep it the podcast.
What is the
today.
thing? Hold on.
Keep it a buck.
Niggas.
We're gonna make it just the podcast today.
Sometimes we do it like when we're doing a podcast. Sometimes if we prepare for it, like we'll do like a $10 submission. We'll play a song.
Yeah, but we're talking
But I
about.
don't want to stop.
Yeah,
mid-conversation.
we don't want to stop. We don't want to
But
keep
we're
the
talking
flow
about
going.
sexual assaults.
Yeah, you don't want your song to play while we're talking about Diddy. You feel me? Like, but if you really want to get famous and you're like really struggling, then Diddy gonna be your answer.
Yeah, Genius got a direct connect to Diddy for you. So
That's off the record, of course. I just want to say that. What, you want my Zen?
oh, dude, what flavor is
I already
it?
put it over there. It was on the table.
Oh, I have it.
Huh?
But yeah,
Winter green.
but yeah,
Let me get one of these guys.
Put it in the top of your lip.
Don't tell me what to do. I like to put it in my nose.
It's like I like to let it sit under my tongue.
Yeah.
this is what it's like kicking it with white people. If you didn't know,
Yeah, we got them Zens on deck, baby. We're going to put them in our lips and have a good podcast. We're going to talk about Plank. Yo, shout out to everybody, by the way. I know we're on the, don't let me lose the train of thought on the Diddy shit, because Diddy do it. And Diddy did not do plank, so that's what we need to keep in mind.
Allegedly.
Diddy was planking other people, so we can allegedly say that plank was involved. And that's why we're talking about Diddy, because we have a person that was there to talk about it.
Plank.
Tell us more, Plank.
You know, I know this looks like nothing, but I'm gonna put an edit of sad music and a tear just going down his face, like right after the tell me. That'll be a good one.
God damn it.
I gotta keep these ideas fresh, baby. Yeah.
Nah, but imagine if a man came up to you. Well, actually, you came up to him because he offered you an opportunity.
Not a man, the man.
D man. Okay, let's just put it out there. Diddy, and this is for everybody watching. Diddy comes up to you. No, you go to him, right?
And you
go
don't
to
know
him.
any of these things.
You pull up to his mansion. He flies you out. He pays for it all. Y'all just went shopping. That's where you fucked up. But you got all this nice clothes. You got Balenciaga on. You ain't never had Balenciaga on. You're like, damn, bro. And he's like, yo, I ain't gonna lie. You real talented, young nigga. And you gonna be like, you really think that? You're like, yeah, bro. Like, no cap. I'm gonna get you $2 million. I can get you $2 million, bro. Oh, what? Two? Bro, I can barely hold 10,000. $2 million? Yeah. And I can get you a mansion too for you and your family, bro. And you're like, oh shit. I can't wait to tell the boy. And I can get you Grammy, producer of the year. You feel me? You're almost like crying, like, damn, bro.
I don't think that's exactly how it happened, though.
And then he's like,
Yeah, you gotta remember this is DeAndre, like in his own words of what he read.
and then he like, and then you're like, you're crying because you're like, dude, my life is changing. And he's like, but I want that butt. And then you're like, what? Like you gotta participate in sexual activities. And then you're like, bro, I don't want to do that. He's like, I mean, but you really think you're about to walk out? Like, I just offered you $2 million, a house, and a Grammy for that ass. You really think you're gonna walk away?
I gotta stop you. That people are probably like, this is annoying as fuck. Sorry, guys.
You gotta use the bruh a little bit more often.
If a man offer you $2 million for your ass, you're not walking out the door. Bruh. You're better off not being in the room. Just don't go. Bruh. Stay independent. Do it yourself. Or lose your ass.
Lose your ass is wild.
Loose.
Lose your ass.
Yeah, loose your
He
ass.
gonna loose your ass.
I don't necessarily think that that's how it happened at all from reading the court documents,
See,
but
he read it and was like, I'm gonna interpret it what I said.
No, I'm
Like,
saying.
I know what you mean though.
I'm saying, bro, that's happened to people. They was like, oh, I can do all this for you, but you about to bend over.
I'm gonna do all this for you, but
is the most important.
but
Booty
that is
like
the
water.
key word.
You know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
we'll get a cease and desist for this.
But okay, so tell us what happened.
yeah, I'm gonna grab a water real quick.
I mean, if we would like to go down that hole, I can do a brief reading.
There's only one left.
I can do a brief reading through this court document right now.
Okay, should we pull it up on screen?
We can. You want me to email that to
Should
you
we
too?
put that on screen? I already have it in the email, my friend.
Okay, you just got to scroll. I'll look at it on my phone while we do it too, so I can read along, kids. Read along.
Everyone, read along.
Hold on. Give me a second. Oh, my God. We really have it.
Holy shit! You pulled up the whole
The
thing.
whole thing, yeah. I want motherfuckers to see this shit. Okay.
Make sure you don't like dox anything. See if there's like any other email information.
Well, all right. Check this out.
Oh.
All right. So check this shit out, bro. So if we...
Oh, dude, you might want to like full screen that. Yeah, you don't want to.
Where?
I mean, just stretch the YouTube giggity.
Huh?
Like, go back to Streamlabs and then just stretch the thing to show the paper. Oh, is that only half? Damn.
Oh, my God.
That sucks.
Yeah,
Oh, well.
But...
All right. So
Trigger warning. Let's definitely show that first.
Yeah, this document contains highly graphic information of sexual nature, including sexual assault. Additionally, there are graphic images of the aftermath.
We're not gonna show
of a
the
shooting.
images, though.
Redacted
Yeah, we are.
images
No,
of
no, 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 no,
sexual
no, no. You can't show that on YouTube.
It's not
Redacted.
Or
sexual.
Facebook.
It's not sex.
It doesn't matter. It's literally.
Oh no, yeah, some of this you cannot show.
Yeah, dude.
We're gonna have to scroll fast.
Are you for real? How close are the pictures?
How about this?
knows what
I'll scroll first, and then you can scroll.
Okay, good idea. That way we know what to skip.
And you can even just type in the page number up top. I'll tell you what page number, and right up there, you see where the pages are. You can just type in the page number, so we won't even have to scroll past it.
Okay.
Good thinking. Good thinking.
All right, let me get a sip of water.
Damn.
Okay, so
But booty's more important.
I'll just
than
wait
water.
until you ask for it, and then I'll go to the page and pull it up.
Yeah.
Only when I ask for it. Don't do it without my permission.
You're right. 'Cause I'm not trying to fuck up. You're absolutely right.
All right, so we'll just get the players of the game. We'll go ahead and list them. We got Lil Rod. It's the producer that these unfortunate things happen to. Is Lil Rod.
Lil Rod. Gotta change your
Good
name,
name.
buddy.
Good name. Sean Combs. We're just gonna refer to him as Diddy.
Love.
We're gonna refer to him as Diddy.
Never calling another grown man love.
Derp can call him Daddy.
I refuse.
Um,
It's not that he cares. But I
there's
refuse.
Justin Combs, his son Justin Combs.
Oh.
Then we got Lucian Grange. We're just gonna call him Mr. Grange. Ethiopia. We're just gonna call her Ethiopia. I don't know how to say that last name.
Is that like?
We got Christina Coram. We're just gonna call her KK. And we got Chalice Recording Studio. So, all right. That's all the.
You were 1K off from us exiting this episode.
We just gonna call KK, just 2 Ks. All right, so let's start. So he, Lil Rod, gets an offer to produce the Love album for Diddy. At least be a producer on the album, right? So this is a big opportunity. They go through whatever contractual agreements and negotiations they have to go through. Somewhere in that agreement, which that's on one of these pages somewhere. This is just about him. I'm not going to get into that. Nobody really cares about where this dude grew up when he was 5.
Yeah, no.
All right, so we can go through a summary of events here from September 2022 to November 2023. Lil Rod produced 9 songs on Mr. Combs' Love album.
Okay.
Somewhere during their negotiations, it was in Lil Rod's contract that he was going to live with Diddy. He was going to be around Diddy at all times as part of the creative process.
Red flag.
It's part of
That
the
is a
creative
big red
process,
flag.
and it's a red flag, but also it could just be, hey, you're going to be my producer. I'm going to need you to catch every second of my life from this point until the time the album's finished.
All the seconds.
It's a little weird, but it could be understood, right? So going forth from there, he lived with him for 13 months. Holidays, birthdays, missing major family events. This man was there. Lil Rod was with Diddy.
Damn.
So,
That's a lot.
the setting for these places is Los Angeles, New York City, Miami, Florida, and the U.S. Virgin Islands on a yacht. So I just think about how out there and alone you are in the middle of water, big water. So, all right, moving forward, throughout his time,
He was on the yacht.
throughout his time
I'm
with
too
Diddy,
old to be saying that shit. I can never. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but
don't let it happen again. Throughout his time with Diddy, Lil Rod witnessed, experienced, and endured many things that went far beyond his role as a producer on the Love album. So let's just get straight into it from there. The Chalice Recording Studios
that's what Diddy said.
incident. Yep. Just let me get straight into it. Let me get straight inside of it. On or about September 12th, 2022, Mr. Combs held a writers and producers camp at Chalice Recording Studio at
A retreat.
redacted address. Present at this camp were Diddy, his son, Justin Combs, and Justin's friend named G. Now, G is a 30-year-old tall African-American male. In addition to these individuals,
A nigga.
would have been a good time.
Niggas.
In addition to these individuals, other musicians were present at the camp, which we've been to a writers camp, right? So we can vouch for a real writers camp.
We have our own writers camps.
What the hell have you guys been doing?
We've never been to a Diddy writers camp. But we've been to a...
Diddly Diddy camp.
You got to back up from the mic. You're really loud right
Diddler.
now. But we've been to some major writers camps, so we can agree that...
They get weird.
Okay, they get weird, but there's a lot of fucking people there.
There's a
is
lot of people
What I'm
fucking
getting
there.
at. That's the point I'm trying to make. There's a lot of people fucking there. We got NDAs. We got to chill.
You guys have more coming up too, dude.
Yeah, but they're ours. We don't do that weird shit.
Yeah.
In a couple hours.
We make people sign NDAs now.
Yeah. So that we, you know what I'm saying?
So that won't happen to us.
Scraping and
We're gonna
reaching for
be-
shit.
Oh my god.
It won't happen to us.
Oh my god.
To us.
No Diddy.
One day during this camp, Diddy, Justin Combs, and G were in a heated conversation. They're arguing. That conversation
Bitch-ass
was
nigga.
moved. That conversation
Where's
was
your
moved
butt,
out
motherfucker?
of the studio and into a restroom adjacent to where Lil Rod was sitting.
Give me that butt, motherfucker, is wild, dude. Bruh. Oh my god. Hey, you know what time it is? Give me that butt, motherfucker. Fuck you, bro.
Hey, you got to go to page 8 here, bud. People are supposed to be reading along.
Oh, God.
Shit. All right.
Call it.
And it's safe to read along on this page?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Wait, didn't you say there was an address on here?
It's
No,
fine.
it's
Oh,
redacted.
redact. Okay, I thought you just said redacted.
No,
Some
this
stuff's
the yacht.
redacted.
This the yacht you was talking about, right?
The yacht. The yacht.
All right.
The yacht.
So, are we ready?
Yeah, sorry, dude.
All right.
Where you at? A, B, C, D?
I'm at 33.
What?
Wait,
You gotta scroll down.
Oh, okay.
why did the
All right.
letters turn into numbers?
Don't highlight it. It's all right.
Read along, kid.
Just look. You sit here with me. We're gonna be all right. All right. Just relax.
Is that how you guys camp start?
Read it. Yeah, you tell them to relax.
You're gonna
And
relax.
then they don't have a choice
Listen,
because they
dude,
already drank the
listen.
water.
Yeah, man. Just relax. Let me give you the shoulder massage. It'll be all right.
Like, man, good thing we're about to start this recording session.
All right. Here we go. One evening during this camp, they were in an argument. Right. That conversation was moved out of the studio and into a restroom adjacent to where Lil Rod was sitting. Lil Rod was approximately 2 feet away from the bathroom when gunshots rang out. Lil Rod recalls hearing multiple gunshots. Now we go down to page 9. Lil Rod, pretty much, he runs into, he freaks the fuck out. He runs into the bathroom. Diddy and his son walk right out of the bathroom past him.
What?
G is now lying on the floor in the fetal position, holding his stomach and bleeding out of his leg and hip area.
What the fuck?
Everyone stood around just looking at this dude. This pissed off Lil Rod, so he runs to, trying to put pressure on this dude's gunshot wound. As he's putting pressure on the stomach, he realized that G's also gushing blood out of his leg or hip area. Right? So we go from there. He decided to lift G up and place him on the toilet. He asked the crowd to call an ambulance. Lil Rod lifted G and brought him to the ambulance at the studio's front. At this time, Mr. Combs, so Diddy and Justin, disappeared to another part of the studio. Diddy gave strict instructions to inform the police that he had nothing to do with the shooting. He also forced Lil Rod to lie to the police by telling them that G was shot standing outside the studio by a drive-by assailant. Now we go down to the next one. Here's a straight up, if you scroll down, there's a straight up screenshot of the fucking news article from when that dude got shot at Chalice.
And what year was this one?
If we scroll in, it says 2022.
Okay,
September 12th.
okay. Damn.
Yep. So there's that, right? So
Damn.
it
Love and lies.
a little bit of weird stuff here. You don't want to scroll down to 11, so we're gonna skip 11. Just type in number 12. All right.
Oh.
Lil Rod was sexually harassed and assaulted by Diddy.
Skip 11.
All right. So this is where he gets fondled. Diddled.
Oh God, this is when the diddler comes into play.
Yeah, this is when he starts diddling a little bit. Diddy diddle.
Diddy did. Diddy did diddle.
All right. So throughout his time living with Diddy, Lil Rod was the victim of constant, unsolicited, and unauthorized groping and touching of his anus
Jesus.
by Diddy. So that's a wild, wild first point. The very first point is he was groping and fondling my butt.
I would never
You know,
say
this
somebody
might-
was fondling my butt unless they did.
And anus, that's very particular. Is that butthole or is that just like the cheeks? Is that part of the anus? Like, are the cheeks part of the anus or is
That's a
that
good
just like
question.
the
I thought that was
inside?
the-
You know what I'm
I
saying?
thought the anus was inside.
The anus to me sounds very scientifical.
Like you going inside.
Kind of off topic. I know I should have asked this earlier, but is this something that we're allowed to show on a podcast?
It's public records.
but it's like,
Right.
Academics went live and did this.
did he? Okay. Diddy did it.
Diddy. Yeah, he went live and did Diddy.
Did academics do it?
Yes.
Not Diddy, but did academics do the Diddy discretion?
I'm just confused now.
He showed the court files.
He showed the court files on live, yeah.
Did he?
Put it, yeah, and put it on the screen.
Oh, okay, so I didn't watch that. I didn't know that. I thought we were
That's
being
all.
original here, but
I didn't know we were stealing content.
Well, we wasn't. I just saw that he did it after we said we were gonna do it. So,
oh yeah.
I hate when that happens, dude.
yeah.
I hate when I have good ideas and then I find out they're already fucking.
Yeah, man, my
gone.
dad invented ketchup. Swears
you
to God, he
fucking
invented ketchup.
Swear. My dad claims that he invented Guitar Hero.
Oh, maybe it wasn't ketchup. My dad invented the squeezy ketchup bottles. Say people stole it from him.
Yeah, but keep going.
Oh, okay. That's just a wild first point. Anus. If somebody in the chat can look up if anus means the whole butt or just the butthole.
Is it the whole butt or what?
Is it the whole butt or the butthole?
What's an anus? Let's find out. Chat.
Chat, go to work on anus
Chat.
specifically. I need your Google search
We
to
need-
reflect the definition of anus.
Copy and paste the definition.
The definition of anus in the chat.
All right. So that was the first point.
That's a
These
wild,
events took
that's a
place
wild
in
first point.
all four places. This is what this is saying. So he had his anus touched and groped in L.A., New York, Miami, and on a yacht in the Virgin Islands. Which I ain't never had my anus groped in any of those places, but
And
those
he-
sound like pretty nice
I've
places
never
to get your
been
anus
there.
groped.
And this dude,
Let alone been touched there. I've never been there, let alone done anything that crazy there, you know.
I've been to a couple of those places, but never have I ever had my anus groped on those places. So
That's a wild game of never have I ever. Never have I ever.
if I have a girl,
never have I ever had Diddy
if I have a
diddle
girl
me.
and she touched my butt, she getting RKO'd. Like, come on now. RKOing you on the spot.
I mean, she's kind of got the upper hand on you. You're not really RKOing her when she's in that position.
She's
You have
literally
to-
got the upper
you
hand.
probably pile drive. All right. In addition to the unsolicited and unauthorized touching and groping of his anus, Mr. Jones was forced by Mr. Combs to work in Mr. Combs' bathroom as Mr. Combs walked around naked and showered in a clear glass enclosure. Pretty normal stuff.
That's not normal.
As a heterosexual Christian man, this man's a Trump voter. Mr. Jones was uncomfortable with Mr. Combs' advances and expressed his discomfort to Mr. Combs' chief of staff, KK. And if you see on that page right there that I was talking about, it says KK. So KK responded to Mr. Jones' complaint with, you know, Sean will be Sean. We all know that. You know, Diddy's going to be Diddy. KK also attempted to downplay Mr. Combs' groping of Mr. Jones's anus and genitals as friendly horseplay. stating that those acts were Mr. Combs' way of showing that he likes you, which indeed I think that is a pretty straightforward way to show somebody that you like them by grabbing their genitals. I just think that there's some other steps you should probably take before you get to that point.
Dude, I feel bad for these people. Like,
Yeah, bro. This is rape.
yeah, I mean, yeah, but like,
Oh,
it's
you haven't
like-
even touched the surface yet. If the anus is the butthole, you're not even touching skin yet. So it gets deeper.
It does get deeper. Yeah, really deep.
I'm not hitting a sound. I'm not hitting a sound. I can't.
He got deep until he went, oh.
For these, dude, I'm not for the dude.
You hit the back.
For victims, dude, I'm not hitting the soundboard. Okay, they're victims.
They are.
Like I'm just not gonna I'm not gonna make a joke out of that.
You should have just said no.
Despite these assurances on several occasions, when Mr. Combs began to undress and walk around his house naked, KK would say, "Okay, I'm leaving now," and she would disappear. KK's hypocrisy is breathtaking at best. So that's pretty much the rest of it is like, this is bullshit. It's horseshit. Mr. Jones believes that KK aided and abetted Mr. Combs' sexual assault of him and was working with Mr. Combs to groom him into accepting a homosexual relationship.
Oh my god.
Through these sexually deviant acts, one would say Mr. Combs has a pattern and practice of engaging in such nefarious activity. Essentially, this man's unrehabilitatable, and that's, if it's not a word, it is now.
Mr. Combs attempted to groom Mr. Jones into engaging in gay sex.
So Mr. Combs was aware that Mr. Jones looked up to and idolized producer Stevie J. Stevie J. Oh, okay. Hey, just we don't have to go there yet, but we not.
That's the next page.
Can you go to this page, or is that too much on YouTube? I think that
Nah, you
people
can
need
go
to
to
see
that. You
that.
can
People
go to
need
that.
to see that.
What is it?
It's not.
It's
nudity.
just some gay sex.
Crying.
What is it? Oh, nothing much. Just some gay sex.
So it's just a little bit of gay sex.
Oh,
Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong.
Is that what
with
you're
a
going
little
to
bit.
right now?
I'm not going to gay sex. No, I'm reading still. Stevie J, for those of you who don't know, we did have somebody ask us today who Stevie J was. Stevie J is an American DJ, a record producer, and a television personality. Television, dog. Bruh. Stevie J was a part of the Bad Boy Records production team, The Hitmen.
Because they hit man. I'm sorry. They keep coming. I'm sorry.
Bruh.
In '97, Stevie J won a Grammy Award for his work on Puff Daddy's debut album, which, what a wild name, Puff Daddy. And now that we think about it, now
Puff and
Wild.
Daddy, both sus
Puff
names
is
to put
sus.
together.
Diddy's the only one that's not really that sus, but it goes right into the diddler. So I think all 3 or 4 of his names
See,
are
when
pretty
you say
rough.
Diddy, I'm thinking like Diddy Kong. I'm like, I'm a nerd. I'm over here thinking Donkey Kong, but that now it's just like this monster. This
Yeah,
dude.
like
It's kind of like I don't even think about Diddy Kong no more. I'm just like, this
Think about
nigga
Diddy doodling.
taking advantage of people. That's crazy.
So, he won a Grammy. Throughout the late 90s, Stevie J produced several artists, including Mariah Carey,
How you think he got that Grammy?
Tevin Campbell, the Notorious B.I.G., 112, Jodeci, Faith Evans, Jay-Z,
Huh.
Jay-Z, huh?
and Eve.
Huh.
Stevie J was one of the producers on the Love album.
Eve sounds
Ironic.
familiar.
Yeah. She was one of
Who was
them
Eve?
people back then in the day. She did something with music. Yeah, Eve.
You a rapper?
I don't know.
I think she's a
Jamie.
Isn't she a singer? I just got the Jamie joke. It's you talking about like Joe Rogan?
yeah.
Oh my god! This whole time I was like a fake bitch back there. Like no, it's fucking. He's talking about Jamie. Pull it up.
So she's got 7 million monthly listeners still. This is Eve.
Okay.
Yep, I've never seen her before. Probably
Oh,
have.
dude, she's
Was she the
fucking-
one?
She is beautiful.
I swear I don't know. where
7
I've
million
heard-
monthly listeners, and I've never heard of her.
I don't
I
think she's
have, and I
important
don't
in the
remember
story.
why.
However, that being said, So, just a little bit of background on Stevie J, right? That's who Stevie J is. He was on the album, the Love album, the same one as Lil Rod. Mr. Combs
That's also a wild name, by the way.
Lil Rod, man. He used access to Stevie J and his knowledge that Lil Rod had major admiration for Stevie J. Looked up to Stevie J, like kind of like an idol.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. As a producer, you're gonna have like producer idols more than likely.
That's
so
true.
this was one of his idols. I don't want to say it was his whole idol. He didn't have Stevie J posters. I hope he didn't have Stevie J posters.
Oh, that would have just ruined it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's ruined it.
But he used this
yeah,
knowledge.
that's what would have ruined.
He uses this knowledge that this dude looks up to Stevie J to groom and entice Lil Rod to engage in homosexuality.
You said he didn't mind anything else but that.
I have posters of you on my wall.
And you want to know the worst part? There's posters of you on my wall. Oh, fuck.
So, in an attempt to groom and entice Lil Rod to engage in homosexuality with him, he uses the knowledge that this man looks up to Stevie J to kind of like, come on, man, you know
That's
what I'm saying?
so fucked up.
Just touch it.
That's so
Mr. Diddy went so far as to share a video of Stevie J. If you want to scroll down so the people can see this, this is what I think the people need to see.
Here we go, guys.
What part is it on?
The gay sex. We're on the gay sex.
You
now.
guys ready to see some gay sex? Hey, why isn't it not working? Oh, there it is.
Scroll down. Just scroll down. Just a touch. Yeah.
Look at this nigga, Stevie
Just
J.
leave that on the page while I read.
I don't know. Don't leave that picture up. Scroll up to the words.
He's going back down.
Please, dude.
Look at that nigga, Stevie J.
Y'all. No.
Mr. Combs went so far as to share a video of
victim,
Stevie.
dog.
Listen, this is important. All right.
Damn it.
I don't think either of the people in this video were victims. There's nothing that in this court document that says this man's a victim. I can't tell because there's a pillow wrapped around his face. So I don't know. Mr. Combs went so far as to share a video of Stevie J anally penetrating a Caucasian male without a condom.
Oh, God.
So at some point, the video did get pretty close up. This was done to ease Mr. Jones's, Lil Rod's, anxiety concerning homosexuality, because nothing eases you into homosexuality like gay porn. According to Diddy,
You think that's what eases him in?
Diddy thinks that apparently, because he's like, listen, dude, you can be gay because look at this. You like that?
That is so weird. Oh, my goodness.
According to Diddy, this is a normal practice in the music industry. Look, even Stevie J is doing it.
Dude, imagine. Did you?
We all did,
Oh, yeah.
which we'll get into that after we do this brief reading.
Dude, that sucks. Imagine just looking up to somebody and you finally think they're the ones giving you your break.
And then you're looking
Like
up
if
at him.
Eminem did that to you, Justin.
Dude.
Justin.
Dude.
It's just, you go from looking up to him to looking up at him.
Dude. Dog.
Bro, like if
Oh my
if
God.
like if Eminem tried to do that to you,
Imagine Marshall's just sitting there and he's
I
like,
wouldn't
put
trust
it in
a
your
single
mouth.
famous person after that, and not a single one.
Just
I
put it in
already-
your mouth.
Dude.
I already don't trust him. Yeah.
Come on. Come on.
He said, put the mic really close to your mouth.
Where's my snare?
Closer. Where's my stare?
That shit crazy. I could, man.
So, Mr. Combs informed Mr. Jones that he had been engaged in sexual intercourse with a rapper and an R&B singer and Stevie J. Now, those are redacted, but then we scroll down to this really cool part. I love these parts right here. It just tells us a little bit about the person without telling us who they are. So the rapper that he engaged in gay sex with was a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. And I don't know too many of them, but there may be more than one.
Philly,
Cream Chasers.
dreams and nightmares,
Creams and Night.
creams and nightmares. Diddy and night terrors. God damn it. scraping
He
and
had that,
reaching for shit.
he had that song. What was it? It was welcome to my house party.
Niggas.
Party.
It wasn't his party.
It was Diddy's party. Party.
Yeah.
Cream chasers.
God damn it.
The R&B singer, who was redacted, performed at the Super Bowl and had a successful Vegas residency. Probably Usher.
Usher. Or should we call him Gusher?
All right. So,
Dog.
so he was like, yeah, man, I banged so-and-so and so-and-so with Stevie J. Mr. Combs promised to make sure that Mr. Jones would win Producer of the Year at the Grammys if he engaged in homosexuality, if he just touched it a little bit. The following are screenshots of the video of Stevie J anally penetrating a Caucasian male without a condom that Mr. Combs provided to Mr. Jones. And you guys have seen the picture. So you guys do what you do. There's a pillow
Gross.
or a
Really
sheet
hope-
wrapped around this man's face.
Really hope this episode stays on the air.
That's the end of the video.
Oh yeah, there's more screenshots if down on page 14.
Niggas is down bad.
Yeah. You guys don't have like YouTube like hitting you up right now, right?
No.
Then we're good. We're doing great.
We're gonna skip past the pictures.
Okay, we'll skip the pictures. They don't show much more than what you've already seen.
I know, but like even that was like.
Okay, so now we're ready for Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, yes. I love a
Thanksgiving.
good
Everybody's
meal.
got to give thanks for what they're thankful for at this point. Little Rod's not thankful for much. Maybe.
I'm a ham guy, by the way, for Thanksgiving. I prefer ham over.
Well,
turkey.
you'd be a meat guy at a Diddy's Thanksgiving. You don't have to enjoy whatever meat's served to you.
Yeah. Diddy's a sausage kind of guy. So
Sausage.
How do we recover?
On Thanksgiving Day 2022. So hold on. If this goes before that, I just got to say that we're going from September 2022, like mid-September.
So Thanksgiving, like right around the corner.
So like 2 months later, 2 months and a week, and he's already tried to touch you. He's already been touching your butt. And he's showed you videos of him getting it on with Meek Mills and Usher.
Man.
Or at least told you
yep.
that he's with the cream chaser. So on Thanksgiving Day 2022, Mr. Jones, it was in Mr. Combs' house located in Miami, Florida. Young Miami and her female cousins were also present. Mr. Combs was intoxicated and offered cocaine to Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones rejected him and proceeded to walk to the restroom. While in the
midstream.
in the act of using the restroom.
Midstream.
We think it would be stream, but it also could have been, he could have been sitting down, you know, he might have had to poop. We know that he was in the act of using the restroom. Young Miami's cousin burst into the bathroom and began groping Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones believes that Mr. Combs sent her in there to sexually assault Mr. Jones. As she entered the bathroom, she dropped to her knees and began performing oral sex on Mr. Jones' exposed penis.
Man.
Mr. Jones pushed her away and exited the bathroom. Young Miami's cousin did not accept Mr. Jones's rejection, and as she proceeded to follow Mr. Jones out of the bathroom. She started undressing and attempting to straddle him and have sex with him in the presence of Mr. Combs and his staff.
Why?
Wild way to do a Thanksgiving.
Because
Dude,
Diddy liked that shit.
that's so
Once again,
Against your will.
Once again,
That's
Mr.
so
Jones
fucked up,
pushed her
man.
off. The following are images of Young Miami and her cousin, Mr. Jones and Mr. Combs. There's not anything really to tell here other than the fact that he has
They're
pictures
together.
of all those people are together on that day. You can look at it if you want. It's on page 15. Trafficking and Victims Protection Act.
Trafficking.
Throughout his time with Mr. Combs, Mr. Jones was transported from California to New York, Miami, all that other places, right? The same places. During this time, Mr. Jones was forced to solicit sex workers and perform sex acts to the pleasure of Mr. Combs. They like to watch. Freak-offs. We all read about the freak-offs. On or about February 4th, 2023, Mr. Combs forced Mr. Jones to bring prostitutes and sex workers back to his home in Miami, Florida. The booby trap. On or about February 2nd, 2023 incident, Mr. Jones believes Mr. Combs drugged him. Mr. Jones recalls waking up naked, dizzy, and confused. He was in the bed with 2 sex workers and Mr. Combs. He also recalls aimlessly wandering around the house with no clothes on. Now, let's stop there and think about that. I mean, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. I'm fighting everybody in the house.
Oh, I shot everybody already.
I speak for everybody
shot
when I
everyone.
say they like, dude needs justice. Like Diddy.
Yeah,
needs
and I mean,
to
he's pretty brave, if I can say, to come out
Yeah.
and expose all of this because, yeah, this is fucked up. And
I
there's a
mean,
lot of men
if
that
you-
this happens to that they don't say shit. I mean, think about, he's like the first one to come out
I ain't
successfully
gonna
about
lie,
this.
that's worse than death to me.
Who
I would
else has
rather
this
die
happened
than
to?
go through that.
Who else has this happened to that we don't know nothing about? It could get
Exactly.
worse.
I'm
it's,
sure. I'm sure there's worse.
I would rather.
all joking
I'm
aside,
sure.
we're gonna make jokes, but all joking aside, I feel really bad for this man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm
And this
not
is
making
fucked up.
Yeah, I'm not making any jokes about this shit. Like,
So I mean, at this
cool
point,
on-
he's woke up drugged, dazed, confused, naked.
dude.
You don't know what happened, right? So this
my
is
God.
fucked, but it gets fuckter.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep it to myself.
Here, what? I muted you.
You can still hear me.
I'll mute all of us. My God.
And you guys will never get to hear it.
Damn.
On another occasion in Miami, Florida, on Thanksgiving
Somebody
night.
gonna read your lips.
So we're back on Thanksgiving night. Mr. Combs asked Mr. Jones and DeForest Taylor to enter the studio bathroom. He asked them for a $100 bill because he wanted to do some blow. Mr. Jones was scared, but luckily he didn't have a $100 bill, so Mr. Combs waited a little later to do some coke with Young Miami. Later that evening, he required Mr. Jones to solicit sex workers from the booby trap on the river. Mr. Jones did so. Mr. Combs forced him to engage in unsolicited sex acts with these workers. Yep. So the booby trap. He provided Mr. Jones with an exclusive bad boy baseball cap, and like the one that you got.
He gave him a baseball cap and said, "Welcome to the yacht."
Yeah. So he gave him, but he was supposed to wear that to the booby trap, so the sex workers knew that he was with Diddy.
Oh,
And
for
that
real?
was, yeah, it's kind of like a signal alert, like a
Oh,
sign.
my God.
So he had no desire to visit the booby trap on the river. Allegedly. Mr. Jones had no desire to solicit sex workers from the booby trap on the river. Mr. Combs used his power and influence to intimidate and force Mr. Jones into soliciting sex workers from the booby trap on the river. As detailed, Mr. Combs used many tactics to maintain dominion and control of Mr. Jones. Then they show us some tasteful Instagram profile pictures of 2 of the sex workers from the booby trap.
You
Wild,
took a look. You were like,
very tasteful.
Mr. Jones had no desire to solicit or have sex with the individuals in the previous paragraph. Mr. Combs used his power and influence to intimidate and force Mr. Jones into soliciting and sleeping with these women. Had to hold him down. The following is the phone number of another sex worker. Okay, that's great. Remember, like we
Yeah,
said, he's offered him a Grammy, Producer of the Year, a bunch of money, a house
For that butt.
for some butt. But then this is where it gets weird because he's offered him all these nice things. Now he's switching up his approach. He's not getting the butt, right?
right.
What's more important?
So he would go away from promising, or he would go from promising Mr. Jones the world to threatening Mr. Jones with physical harm. Mr. Combs threatened to eat Mr. Jones's face and informed
What
Mr.
in the
Jones that he is
fuck?
willing to kill his mother if he must in order to get what he wants. So he wouldn't think twice to harm Mr. Jones. On or about July 2nd, 2023.
Well, before we continue, where do we think we should stop on this? where do you think will be the stopping point of these pages?
Oh, we're almost done.
Okay.
Yeah, we're almost done. Because some of this stuff's not worth reading.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this one specifically. This is about drugs. I will say, at this listening party on July 2nd, 2023, he had to go get some more sex workers, right? Lil Rod had to get some sex workers, but also in the crowd were at least 5 women that were under the age of 16.
What the fuck?
He forced all the women to drink laced De Leon liquor. It's laced with ecstasy or GHB. He also took Mr. Jones's car keys to prevent him from leaving. He forced him to stay. He made him drink some of the laced liquor. And then the following morning, he woke up in bed with a sex worker, and I'm pretty sure Diddy sleeping next to him. And then they've got pictures of Diddy with an underage female. And Diddy's son with an underage female.
How old's Diddy's son?
Overage.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's in on everything.
Oh my God, dude.
Your son.
So here we go to
got your
Cuba
kid
Gooding
involved.
Jr. You guys know radio.
Can you imagine what he offered his son to just like go along with it too?
Probably nothing. He grew up like that. So he's probably all in on
Oh,
it.
so you gotta think like that's probably all he
son's
knows.
That's
and
Sunday,
on.
dude. That's a Tuesday afternoon for
Yeah,
him.
bro. It's like you grow up in there, but that's regular life.
You got that pen?
Yeah, bro. I'm over here high
You
as
got
shit.
the,
I keep ripping that bitch, forgetting that it gets me high.
like this is how we do it.
So Mr. Combs, he's going to switch up his approach again, right? He can't eat his face. He can't give him a Grammy. He can lace him and drug him, but he's still not getting what he wants out of him. He's still not getting this. Let me get that too. Still not getting the desired effect. So he's like, I'm gonna pass him off
He's
to one
not
of my
getting
homies.
the scrape.
Yeah, he's not getting him scraping and scrambling. So I'm gonna pass him off to one of my homies, Cuba Gooding Jr. We all know radio. We all know radio. All right.
Oh, I muted the wrong mic.
All right. Well, that works out.
I was like, why do I still hear it?
So, Diddy suggested that Cuba get to know Lil Rod better. He then left them alone in a makeshift studio on the yacht. So we see a lot of pictures here of Cuba Gooding Jr. getting
As an engineer,
up close and personal.
off topic.
Hey, yo.
Off topic. As an engineer, how hard do you think it would be to do that on the water? Like to record and do that?
I mean, it's a yacht, so it's big, so it probably
Actually
has
fairly
better
easy.
leveling.
You think so? Oh, okay.
And they're parked somewhere, so I doubt they're out there and it's up and down like this. You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
Okay.
There's a lot of up and down on that boat, but ain't a lot of it coming from the water. So
Waves ain't in the water.
the waves ain't coming from the water. Don't rock the boat, baby. So he was,
Oh my
you know what I'm
God.
saying? He was showing Cuba some songs. Cuba's touching his nipples and stuff. Here's where it gets absolutely
The nipples.
fucking wild. All right. He's completed his work, right, on the Love album. He's gone through the most of it, having his anus fondled.
He
and
said, "I
touched.
finally did
He's
it.
been drugged. He's watched a dude get shot.
I finally did.
He's seen minor girls doing things a minor has no business doing. He's got his PP sucked on while he was doing the
Midstream.
bathroom at midstream. He's done it all.
He was getting a blumpkin.
Mr. Jones.
Not the Blumpkin, dude.
Google it.
Oh my God.
So
Google.
the work's done. Mr. Jones, and all this isn't in a particular order. This is just how it's written. So it's like we are bouncing through a timeline here.
Yeah.
This is at the end of the timeline. We're gonna give you the end before the end. Essentially, he's done right, and they paid him $29,000. That's it. And
Why 29? That's such a weird number.
they gave him $29,000, a pat on the butt, and for
That's the last thing I want. Is the pat. on
the
butt.
compensation would be
Good
for
sport.
the compensation would be for 13 months of living, thousands of hours of work, and 9 songs that made it on the Love album final cut. Ironically, Mr. Jones was willing only to take $50,000 as payment for all of these things, and they still only gave him $29,000. I would tell too.
Snitchy. Yep, that's me.
Yeah.
Big rat.
So Lil Rod takes it public. He's saying stuff about it on his pages, and that causes DeForest Taylor, he's an A&R at Love Records, to start texting him, and he's threatening him. And he's trying to get him to meet him in public, which I don't want to be around those people anymore. If I'm Lil Rod,
Yeah.
I assumed he's taken quite a few showers. He don't want to be nowhere near those people anymore. So I don't blame him, but he did post all the screenshots. Mr. Combs used his power and influence to threaten and intimidate Mr. Jones.
Man.
According to Mr. Jones, Mr. Combs is very forceful and demanding. Mr. Combs did not take no for an answer and would often threaten to inflict bodily harm on Mr. Jones if Mr. Jones did not comply with his demands. Mr. Combs threatened to eat Mr. Jones's face. I'm going to eat it. Eat that face if you don't eat this butt. Is essentially what was happening here.
Keeping my comments to myself.
Well, another mute.
Another mute.
On another occasion, while standing in Mr. Combs' bedroom, Mr. Jones was forced to watch Mr. Combs displayed his guns, bragged about getting away with shooting people, and then talked about a shooting that he was responsible for in New York City with rapper Shine. There's another complex article on here about that shooting in '99. He had his girlfriend, Diddy had his girlfriend, J-Lo, bring the gun into the club for him. So, there's a picture of Diddy and J-Lo.
Why did I didn't know they dated? That's crazy.
In '99 they did.
I'm surprised I didn't know that.
So there's some other stuff in here about this guy named Fahim Muhammad, who I guess is like head of security. And I've heard stuff about Fahim Muhammad in other places, and I don't want to derail too much here, but like apparently he had something to do with like Michael Jackson in some capacity. So he might have been some form of security or management for Michael Jackson around the time that he died. And No, that's I read that. Oh shit, that was me. No, I read that. I saw that. But without derailing too much, we're talking about Diddy, not MJ right now. But this Fahim Muhammad dude, allegedly a major player. He's trained, right? So he has connections to LAPD, FBI, stuff like that. He's got some law enforcement connections that help keep Diddy out of trouble. And he was one of the ones who talked LAPD into believing that it was a drive-by shooting at Chalice Recording Studios. And apparently the LAPD hung out for hours after, inside, around, they saw the blood in the bathroom and everything, but they hung out for hours inside the studio, saw all the blood and everything in the bathroom, and still registered it as a drive-by shooting.
What the fuck?
Right. So there's a little bit of pool there.
Yeah. No kidding.
And then we get into apparently this KK girl, right? We'll call it like his personal assistant. Is pretty much what she is.
Okay.
She was in charge of hiring all the employees, right, and getting everybody, making sure everybody knew what the fuck they were doing too. So like delegating jobs and stuff.
For Diddy?
Yeah, for Diddy.
Okay.
So it's like she's his right hand man. So she provided the butler, the chef, the housekeepers, all the employees to walk around with a pouch or a fanny pack filled with cocaine, GHB, ecstasy, marijuana gummies, and Tucci at all times. Now, Tucci's a new drug. It is.
I was about to say, I've never heard of it.
It's ecstasy mixed with cocaine, and it's pink.
Oh my God.
Yeah, good time. So
Jesus.
Tucci was Diddy's drug of choice.
That's a lot.
But it was important. This is what KK said. It is important to all the staff that they had his drug of choice at any given moment. So all he had to do, he could walk up to anybody. Dude, fucking trimming the bushes, and he comes up, give me some Tucci.
Like, I'm closest to you, and I know you got it.
Boof
so
this
like,
into me real quick. Yeah. Shit like that.
Not boof.
Yeah. He said, when you finish out blowing out them gutters, come blow this up me.
Bruh. It's always ass with these motherfuckers. Everything is ass. Ass.
So that's pretty weird. So she's directly involved in this because she's ordering all of this. She was directly involved in
She's a
people
drug
lacing
mule.
the drink, lacing all the drinks. She would get the clientele, the sex workers for Diddy. So like, there's a lot going on.
Jesus Christ.
But she would always remove herself from the situation, right? So she'd set it up, push the first domino, and walk out the door. We all know about the, you know what it is. The drug guy that they caught for him. Who was it? FBI, somebody like that. Some of the three-letter organization. They got Diddy's drug mule. So he's in here a little bit.
That's the FBI.
There was also something, and I feel like we missed it or went over it. We skipped over it, but there was something in here about him allegedly doing something sexual with, I believe, Chris Brown. Don't you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
About
Bahan billionaire. Yep.
had altercation with the Bahan.
Oh, here it is. Yep. Number 9. So
Chris fucking Brown, huh? Why you in this paperwork, bud? Why they bring up your name when they mentioning Diddy being a sex trafficker?
well, I think he was a victim. So hold on, bro.
Yeah, he's a victim, and you're like, "Why are you in here, bro?" Like,
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
like,
when Cuba Gooding Jr. was there, Chris Brown was also there. That's why he's mentioned.
oh, okay.
so what? He was fiddling with Chris Brown and Rob.
We didn't say that. Nothing in this says that.
Yeah, that'll be stricken.
Sorry, Chris Brown,
You should be.
but you are light skinned.
That's pretty much it, right? So there's a lot of fucked up shit going on. He didn't get the Grammy. He didn't get the house. He didn't get the $250,000. He did get drugged. He did get groped and fondled. He did get sexually assaulted. He might have got some more. He got a lot of stuff that he didn't bargain for, and he did get $29,000 for that. And that's the facts, and that's what he's suing for. And I think this
I make more than
lawsuit-
$29,000 in a year, and I don't even have a job.
Oh, I thought you were saying you would need more to do all that stuff. Like, I didn't know there was a
You
price.
couldn't pay me to take my pride away like that.
So you couldn't pay me. It's free.
It's free. It's
Yeah,
priceless.
Man, just call my line.
So my butthole's priceless, dude.
Set it up, you know.
Set it up is wild. Set it up.
Perked up. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I couldn't do it.
Yeah, dude. I don't think.
I couldn't do it. There's no amount of money. That
No, dude.
I be seeing people online like $1 billion. What? $1 million?
We know somebody who said $1 million.
Who? Yeah, we're not.
We're on the podcast.
Yeah, we're not gonna say it. Wait, I'm gonna. All right. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why did I kind of think that's who said it too?
Yep.
You good?
Quick million.
Just a quick mill, real quick.
That's
A
wild.
meek mill.
Just a meek mill.
Just a meek million.
The mill was very meek.
So, what do you guys think about that? I mean, that's the information. What do you guys think about it? Where do you want to touch on? What,
I think
what do you
that
want to
Diddy
touch?
isn't
I'm
the
not
only
touching
one.
anything.
I think Diddy doesn't operate alone, and that he's not at the top.
Yeah, there's definitely somebody behind the curtain also.
Oprah. What? Whoa.
I think
Come on,
anybody who's
we
ever
gotta-
had some kind of like actual public image is not the person behind the scene, because if you're the
has
person
too
behind this
much-
scene, you are faceless.
He has too much going on. There's no way he would have.
He or she.
Who?
No, I'm saying Diddy has
yeah,
too
yeah,
much
yeah.
going on. Like, there's no way he was the only one in operating of this.
Yeah, I mean, we can
Everyone was okay with him doing
we can
it.
allege at who's been involved with this. I mean, Jay-Z.
We're not.
You know?
Yeah. We're
You could
not-
allegedly say Oprah.
You could allegedly say whoever, and we're not alleging anything. We're just
Because
saying
who gives black people billions of dollars?
could be.
Think about it like that. ain't
You,
giving
you
no-
ever heard
you ain't
about the
give-
dress theory?
You ain't giving no black woman.
You
billions
heard
of
about the
dollars.
dress theory?
Yeah, I saw that.
Like they make black men wear dresses and
Yeah.
dress up like women as like a way to like dehumanize them, and like it's kind of like a what do you call that? Like it's not an introduction. It's a.
It's
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
It's like a. They're
what's
beating
the
him in.
fucking word? Initiation.
Initiation. It started with an I.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah. So you know, like jumping people in and shit, but instead of jumping them in, put on this dress, smile real cute for me.
Bend over.
Don't
take
wear
a
no
picture.
underwear.
You see that?
So look back.
Let
at
it dangle.
Did you see
Diddy
that,
wants you to let
did
it
you
dangle.
see that footage of Michael B. Jordan and what's McCall it?
No.
Kane.
Oh no,
What is it?
Who was that dude's name, bruh?
Jonathan Majors.
Yes. There is a video of Jonathan Majors and Michael B. Jordan, like a video that Aki had sent me, and I went back to look for it afterwards, and I couldn't.
Can you
find
just tell
it.
me what's in the video?
It was just these niggas dressed up, like touching each other, like rubbing on each other in front of like a dude taking pictures.
Was it for something? They're
I
actors.
ain't never seen
There's
these
no
niggas
way
in a
it was
dress.
for Creed 3. There's no way.
It was around the time that movie was dropping that.
We'll wait till
I
the
was sent
DVD
that.
with
That's what
the
I'm
deleted
saying.
scenes come out.
Nah, but it was like Michael B. Jordan was wearing a dress and Jonathan Majors was like in a detective suit. It was weird. And like
Speaking
Michael B.
of-
Jordan was behind him like rubbing on him.
You know who else could be attached to this?
And it
slightly?
looked like neither of them was enjoying it.
I think I've saw
looked like
this
blackmail,
somewhere.
I'm not
So
gonna lie.
we're not the first people talking about this, but I did see somewhere also that they said Steve Harvey could be connected to this too, because you know who dated Steve Harvey's daughter, who isn't his biological daughter? It's a daughter that he adopted. Diddy. Diddy dated Steve Harvey's daughter, and I guess like Steve Harvey and Diddy were a lot closer than Diddy and his daughter were.
Damn.
Yeah, I saw that. And there's a couple YouTube videos about that. So like I'm not floating out into the
It would be
fucking
the people
wild
that
space here.
that want to keep their records the cleanest, the people that look the most innocent. And they'd be the
You know
ones.
who else dated Steve Harvey's daughter?
Hmm.
Michael B. Jordan. Lori, same one, pretty sure.
I bet Michael B. Jordan got a tape somewhere.
You know who I know has a tape somewhere? Will Smith.
Oh, 100%. 1,000%. That's sad, 'cause I really did look up to Will Smith like crazy.
That was the first rapper whose song that I could rap all the way through without the song being playing. I was like 3 or 4 years old.
That's actually very
My
impressive.
mom had the big Willie style CD. She used to put it in, and I would be
That was
rapping
the
in the
name of
back
his
seat, and she
CD?
would turn it down all the way, and I'd still be rapping. She'd turn it back on. I'd be right in time.
Tell me that.
That's how I
wasn't
learned
the
to
name
rap
of
was
his album.
Big Willie style.
My first song I ever like could memorize and sing, like, wasn't a rap song. There's actually a
It was
video
Creed.
of me when I was little, like doing this. My mom showed me. I was fucking doing an NSYNC concert in my bedroom in like a vest.
Did you hit the ba, ba, ba?
I did the whole No Strings Attached album.
I bet you knew all of
she
the
recorded-
That's
Cheetah Girls.
impressive though.
My brother recorded like the whole thing, and it's in my family videos, and I'm very upset that it still exists.
I bet.
Derp leaks coming soon.
Fuck.
I bet you knew all the Cheetah Girls songs.
Didn't listen to them at all.
Nope.
I bet you knew all of them.
Nope.
One of them
I
was
knew a
like-
Spice Girl
That was
song.
like my first crush. I'll give you that.
Raven Simone.
Actually, I can't say
Raven
that.
Simone.
My first crush.
I did have a crush on Raven. I thought she was thick.
My
as
first
fuck back
crush
in the
was
day.
Cameron Diaz in The Mask.
I thought you were
when
about to say
was
Kim Possible. I love some. Can she get this 2D
Shigo.
dick?
Shigo can get that. Yeah.
Oh, Shigo is where it was at. There's a lot of dark girls in cartoons
Perry
and
the
anime.
Platypus.
You would fuck Perry the Platypus?
No.
That's what you just said.
Definitely
Yeah.
a joke.
Stand on business.
He said he was trying to get that platypus.
Stand on business.
Stand on business on Perry, bro.
Say that shit, bro.
Hey, I don't know if those
Run it
things
back.
are platypuses might be, they might have more than one gender. You might have been okay there. You get away with that.
Is that a thing?
I don't know.
That
I
doesn't
just said
sound
it.
like a thing.
I know they lay eggs, and they're a mammal, and they have duck feet.
Oh, the platypus is just when your Omnitrix breaks and all the monsters fuse into one.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It was the leftover DNA. They were just like, I don't know. I'm tired of this.
Like, I don't know.
Throw some shit in there. It's like when you go into the
That was
refrigerator at
God's
night.
leftover DNA.
God was like, I guess like a duck and a beaver. Like I don't fucking know. Let's just make
So
it
I could
happen.
totally eat SpaghettiOs with fucking
Ice cream
with ice cream
and
and
pickles. Throw some barbecue sauce in there,
some sloppy joes,
and then you have a platypus.
some meatloaf. Yep,
Some
some hot dogs,
Sounds like a meal.
little Vienna sausages.
Sounds like a meal I used to make drunk.
clam.
I remember one time when I was so drunk.
You did
I
have
did
SpaghettiOs.
and then Skyline Chili, and it was the worst crossover
I remember
ever
that.
fucking ever did.
I remember
threw
that,
up.
and that was gross.
Yeah.
And I told you that was going to be the worst.
Was that the
decision.
worst thing you've ever put in your mouth?
He was making it.
Other than what the fuck you gave me, yeah.
So that's still the worst thing that's ever been inside your mouth?
I mean, probably. Even
Probably.
the hot chip didn't make me want to throw up.
So I made the worst thing that's ever been in your mouth.
Yeah.
I'm responsible
say
for the
that.
worst thing that you've ever had inside your mouth.
Yeah.
I see what he's doing here.
Your innuendos aren't past me.
I want the badge.
The what?
I want a badge for it.
I want a trophy. I want a
And a
first
cookie.
place ribbon. A first place ribbon.
Yeah, so I don't know. Go ahead, buddy. Because I was just going to talk more about the wild accusations of the Diddy world, the Diddyverse,
Yeah,
if
I
you
think
will.
we should
I'm not
find a
gonna lie.
closing for that. Like a closing for that.
Yeah, we were
subject.
like this close.
Oh, you want to get into us now?
No, I'm just saying. It was
We got pretty close. Not to taking things in our butt.
no.
Let's just go ahead and put that straight out there.
I
We didn't
wasn't-
ever
nope.
get close to that.
They didn't ask me that.
No.
Scoundrels, we was close.
He said we
We
were
was
so
so
close.
close. I wanted a 2 billion,
My pants were around my knees. That was close.
but they wouldn't give it to me.
Nobody wanted my butt.
Would it be rude of me?
I was offered.
Would it be rude of me to go take a bathroom break real quick while you guys talk? Since I've
No, it's okay.
personally-
We know you don't care.
I've personally
Wow,
heard it before.
that's like
and
It's
I
all
really
right.
have to pee.
We know you don't really care,
I
so
just
it's fine.
really have to pee.
It's
fine.
Wow, that's just. Wow.
Hey, you want me to send a girl in there while you peeing?
Yeah, get your little blumpkin going on.
I'm gonna mute all of us.
Midstream, she's gonna come in there. You're like occupied.
Midstream.
She'll be like, I don't care. Yep.
Wait, let me make sure. Okay.
Is it all muted?
No, mine is.
Oh, okay. Well, what do you want to talk about, bud?
The stuff with
I want to talk about how we went all the way to L.A. with all these famous people, and the only thing they could say was that you have beautiful blue eyes.
Wild starting point. Yeah.
All they was saying was, "Oh my
Yeah,
god,
fuck it, dude.
yep, you're it, bro. Ooh,
You're cooked.
you're cooking, brother. Yep, yep,
Okay.
uh-huh. Crazy.
Derp does a biff.
Nah, but
Yeah. Okay. So
they only give a fuck about this nigga age, like his facial hair, his skin color, his eye color. But we showed them an undeniable product, and they didn't give a fuck about what this nigga sound like.
Well, they did, but that almost was like a that wasn't even like a prerequisite. That was almost like a little added bonus. That they're like, oh wow, you are
gotta
good
be
at singing.
young. You gotta be young.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you can sing really good. Okay, that's cool. Oh, that's a cool song. Oh, that's a marketable song. Oh, that's a marketable video. Well, how old are you? What's your skincare routine like? Are you single? Like, it was just weird shit.
Who was your Valentine's last year? Like what?
Where are you ticklish at?
What was you wearing yesterday? Like what are you talking about, bro? Like it was just like I don't know, bro. We just get around all these people.
So if we gotta
That's
do
notable.
this, I think this is the first time we've talked about this publicly. We've tried to film some stuff talking about it before, but let's just start off by saying, to remind both of us and so everybody else knows, we are under NDAs, so we can't be saying names. We can describe the situation. We may even be able to use a first name here and there, but not too many first names. We did sign an NDA, but we can talk about it because
No, I didn't get touched.
we've been to a bunch of these things, so we could be talking about any one of them right now. We just can't be too specific about which one we're talking about. So we were at we're in LA. First off, this starts before this even starts. We were in LA. We were there because a couple of our fellow artist friends, people that we've been cool with for a while, people that we work really heavy with, got invited out to meet with some big record executives. We go out there, and they actually tell him, and I'm not putting him on blast or anything. It's just that this is what they told him. They're like, you're too old, and pretty much just cut him from the meeting. And like, so like he'd spent thousands of dollars to get out there, planned, changed his life to get out there, right? And he gets out there, he meets with the middleman, who is not in the music industry at all, but is connected with people who are in the music industry. And through his first sit down with this guy, gets told, you're too old, I can't bring you there. There's no way. They won't go. You could be a producer, you could be a behind the scenes guy, but you're not going to be him. So obviously our friend at this point, he's like, man, fuck this whole thing. This ain't no opportunity. I'm gone. He goes. We get then connected with these people, and we're like, well, we're out here. It ain't going to hurt. Let's see what they say, right? Because we're a little bit younger than this other guy, and it's like, and what our thinking is on this, because we're not just backdooring our friend here, what our thinking on this is, okay, if he can't get in through them, we get in through them, and then we can get homie in. And then it's, it's a backdoor way to get him in, and it's like, okay, we at least got to take every bit of the shot that we have. So we go, we meet with this guy, we show him our music. He's rocking with it. He's like, y'all are both absolutely go. Y'all sell, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to show them the shit, but you guys, we can't make the meeting happen now. The meeting would have to happen in a couple weeks. Well, that was like our second to last day there. So we're like, well, we can't do that. He's like, well, listen, you're either here or you're not. So that's what it is. Right now I'm going to sell you guys. And there was 2 other artists at the time that he was interested in. He's like, I need everybody here at this time so we can go do this. There was a big writers camp with a bunch of major artists, A&Rs, any and everybody who's responsible for making an album. So from record executives down to the artists and the writers and everything, they were all there at this place, or were going to be. So we go back, we get to work. We started, what do? We did everything under the sun to make money. We book flights, we get a rental car, we get a place to stay. For 2 weeks later, take off work, we're gone for a whole week.
You know what's crazy? I was gonna go with you guys. That was the time when I was gonna go with you, wasn't it?
One of those 2 times you were going to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you should have been there.
Yeah, and I couldn't take off work, or I would have
for
been
you.
just with you guys.
Good for you. That's not something you'd ever.
I probably would have been worse off.
Yeah, you would have.
Yeah, you certainly wouldn't have helped.
Yeah, it would have been.
Given what you told me, I would not have fucking helped at all, dude.
I don't think there was too many people that could have helped the situation.
Even if
Yeah.
I went by myself, it wouldn't have done it.
Shout out to the fucking car out there. We're on the NASCAR. Woo!
So we get there again, second time, right? We have to fly separate because that's how 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? We did everything we could. We ended
Well,
up
you
having
guys flew there separate?
Yeah, we flew there separate.
I thought you only flew back separate.
Well, listen, we were supposed to fly back together. We'll get to that.
Okay.
He left
Because
earlier
I was
He
waiting
left
for you at the
earlier than I
airport.
could.
Yeah. So I left earlier the day to go out there than he
okay.
could. So I took a flight. He had his own flight, whatever. He was going to meet me out there. It was the next day, actually. So I had a whole day there. It wasn't even really the next day. It was like, it might have as well have been, though. It was like 11:30 at night.
Mm-hmm.
And I got there at like 9:30 in the morning.
Oh, okay.
So I got there at 9:30 in the morning. I grabbed the car. I go check into the Airbnb. I get some groceries. I get a haircut because I had a barber connect out there. I got my haircut. Went to the store. Went to the mall. Got some clothes.
Drippy.
Got drippy. Yeah, I spent $1,000 on clothes right then and there. Shouldn't have done that. Very stupid, but I did. I did it. I got my ears pierced. That was when I got my ears pierced.
Your thought while doing that, like your thought process was, I got to go all out.
I gotta
That
look
way
the-
they
Yeah,
can
that's
take
exactly
me
what it was. I don't want to
serious.
just say that I was being,
I'm talking about. It came down to the point where when we were shopping, we were like in the moment trying to decide what our image was about to be
Exactly.
for the rest of our lives in a single moment. We
At
were
least
trying
for
to
the next
decide
4
that.
years.
That's kind of scary.
We
At
were
least for
trying
the
to
next 4
decide
years,
that.
right? I wanted to see what is my next 4 years going to look like.
Shit was
Yeah.
kind of.
So we went everywhere.
That's big pressure. Yeah.
I hit Melrose. I hit the mall. I hit Rodeo. I hit all the spots, right? And I was like, I need to get some drip.
He even bought me clothes. I had to pay him back.
Yeah. So yeah, because we did buy clothes several times there. But I was like, I have to do this. I have to show them that I'm serious, and I have to show them that I also have to fake it till I make it a little bit. And it was my process. And that was stupid. But it was like, you know, I have to show them that I'm successful already without them. How do you do that without some successful ass looking clothes? Okay, right? So I got my ears pierced. I got real diamonds put in
Not
them. I
even
got all of it.
realizing that we're just dressed like we just went shopping down Melrose, which is
Oh my God, yeah.
rich people actually don't shop on Melrose, bro.
Yeah.
That is like a giveaway in itself. Holy
it's like,
shit.
we're not even thinking about that. We're just thinking like Melrose is way better than anything in Dayton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is.
Yeah.
And Rodeo is where a lot of them shop, but then it's like I literally couldn't afford a single thing on
I
Rodeo.
afford to step on that
No.
street.
But the mall,
That bitch
the
is
mall,
like
I got
Green
some
Gots.
shit. You know what I'm saying? I got some designer shit. It was cool, whatever. I was like, this doesn't look too over the top, and it doesn't look, you know what I'm saying? It's like some velo and shit like that. So, whatever. I leave, and I link up with the Connect, right? I'm showered, I'm fresh, I'm nice clothes, everything, blah, blah, blah. He's like, hey, man, we're going to go to this barbecue. I was like, what you mean? He's like, we're going to go to this barbecue. He's like, it's at the place where the writers camp's at, but everybody's going to be there, but they're not working today. It's just kind of like a celebration, everybody getting together. It's a good time to meet and greet, you know, bump elbows with these people and go around and introduce yourself. And I was like, oh, man, I don't really, is it cool if I go? Like, it sounds like it's not like I came here for business. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I came here for business. Like, are you sure if it's cool if I go to the personal thing? He was like, you were actually told to be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was told to tell you to be there. I was like, oh, okay, perfect. You know what I'm saying? I was like, well, I'll be there. So I meet him there outside. We go inside. First thing he has me do is go up and grab a plate. I didn't look around the room hardly at all. I was just like kind of overwhelmed. I know there's a lot going on, but I'm trying to maintain my shit. And I don't want to look up and get starstruck or even throw off the wrong vibe. So best thing to do is walk in like I own the place.
Yeah.
And so I just walked
At
in,
that point,
act
yeah.
like I belong, went up, grabbed a plate, said what's up to a couple people. As I'm grabbing shit and putting it on my plate, there was a famous rapper, I can't say his name, he was standing next to me in line with his plate. He looked over, he was like, oh man, make sure you get some of the catfish. But, you know, and I can't even remember the chef's name, but he was like, she threw it down. You got to try the catfish. I was like, oh, fuck yeah. He was like, oh yeah, do you like this and this? I was like, yeah. And I grabbed this and I look up at him. I'm like, oh shit, you're so-and-so. And he was like, yeah, man, how you doing? I was like, oh, I'm pretty good. He was like, yeah, but you definitely want that mac and cheese. It's got lobster in it. I was like, oh shit, all right. So I stacked this fucking plate up. And he's like, here, you got some, he's like, you hanging with anybody right now? I was like, and I told him my Connect's name. He was like, oh man, yeah, he's in here where I'm at. He's like, come into the studio with me. He's like, we sit down, eat or whatever. So I go in with this rapper. I sit down, I'm eating, blah, blah, blah. I'm talking to him. I tell him, you know, who I am. I was like, you know, I sing, I actually just made this dope ass song. I showed him the song. He's like, yeah, that's tight as fuck. He's like, that's really good. He's like, where you say you're from? I was like, I'm from Dayton, Ohio. He's like, man, I've been through Dayton. He's like, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just talking, chopping it up with this guy. Pretty chill experience, right? Nothing crazy happened. He did light up a joint. We smoked a little bit of that. And then my Connect came in with this lady who works for, God, this is a really hard story to tell without naming stuff.
Get to the meat.
Yeah, so she comes in with this record executive from this company.
Get to the what?
No Diddy.
Yeah, no Diddy. This record executive
Big as the what?
from the company that I'm trying to meet with. What did you say? Did you say big as the what? Big as the what?
Big as the Super Bowl.
Diddy's as big as the Super Bowl.
Didn't he say something about a 2-year-old?
Said 2-0. Didn't he say 2-0?
I didn't even know what he was talking about. That's really wild. Shame him.
Shame him. Don't shame me. Oh.
Shame!
Shame! Shame!
I don't like this.
So this record executive comes in with my Connect, comes up to me, tells me how she's seen my stuff. This is the record executive from one of the companies that we're there to meet. He's not even here yet. Okay. So
Sleepy ass
I set my plate down, wipe my face. I get up, I go to shake her hand. She brings me in for a hug. She's like, oh, I've seen you, baby. You're going to be huge. You're going to be a huge star. She said, I can't wait to see more of you around here.
I can't wait to give you a Grammy.
Literally, she's like, I can't wait to see you around here all the time. And I was like, oh, thank you. I appreciate it. It's like, so you heard? She's like, I heard all your stuff. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, he showed me everything. I was like, oh, wow, that's awesome. I appreciate that. And she was like, oh, yeah, I got to introduce you to so-and-so and so-and-so. But he's in the, but they're with Dr. Dre right now. When they get back over here, oh, shit. But when they get back over here, you know, no, it's not. It's hooked, bro. I screwed that bitch in. When they get back, you know, I'll let them know and you can meet with them. I was like, oh yeah, absolutely. So she actually brings in some other people. I think an engineer, couple of people that work for the company, and another artist introduced them to me, and I'm chopping it up with them. Well, I sit down in the room, my Connect walks out of the room, so I'm just vibing. I'm chilling, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to look like a lost puppy and follow this dude around, so I'm chilling where I'm at, where I've been invited. They start working.
If you take one more hit, you're gonna be gone. I've been watching you, dude.
It's nervous ticks.
He's cooked on this love seat right now. No love. He's like,
Not no love.
ain't no love. Big as the what?
Not
Sorry,
no
dude.
love.
I didn't mean to interrupt. I just noticed
No,
he
it's
was
okay.
getting
Keep it
more
open for
and
now.
more and more cooked. Like, dude, your eyes close anymore, you're gonna be asleep.
So, I'm sitting there chilling. They start working, right?
Yeah.
And it's a writer's camp, so they're writing a song for the artist whose writer's camp it is.
Mm.
Chilling. I'm like, okay, all right. I'm just going to play on my phone, and then I notice everybody in the room is working on it. So I'm like, am I going to get up and walk through these people to leave? Or am I going to sit here, or are they wanting me to, like, join in? I'll vibe it out for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I end up, the one rapper I was talking to at the beginning, he came back in and sat down next to me. He was like, are you in on this? And I was like, I didn't know if that was an invitation or a question, so I was just like, I got a couple suggestions. He was like, all right, let me hear it. So gave my suggestions or whatever. And just kept vibing. Got more relaxed even then, because it's like, this is what I'm here to do. Just fucking do it. You know what I'm saying? Do the shit already. You know what I'm saying? We already do our own writers camps. We already collaborate on each other's shit.
Yeah.
I am absolutely at my fucking where I'm supposed to be right now.
Mm-hmm.
Killing it. Doing good. My Connect comes back in the room. He waves me out. I go in and talk to him. And he was like, hey, we're going to go work in this other studio with this new upcoming artist. I was like, okay, sick. I never heard of him at the time, but I was like, that's cool. We go in, we sit down. Then the runners come in. Runners come in with cookies and milk, because that's what the new upcoming artist had asked for. Like, I want cookies, milk. I need some waters. I need so many waters. Bring 50 waters in. Like some snacks. Definitely cookies and milk. They come in with all that shit like 10 minutes later. I was like, damn. She was like, do you want some? I was like, I don't want to take from you. She's like, it's paid for. You just literally eat as much and drink as much as you want. I'm like, all right. So I start. You know what I'm saying?
How are
Snacking.
rappers not fat?
Bro,
They are.
they be working out or some drugs. I don't know, because
Drugs.
What I ate that day was
Coke.
I did not eat Coke. So yeah, we do all that, right? And then he gives me a call. I'm here. I'm at the airport. I go out. I sign out at the front desk. I go to get him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get to the airport. I'm telling him on the phone as he's walking through the gate, this is so live. You know, I tell him all the shit I've been through. He's like, this is crazy. And I was like, yeah. And you think that's wild? Wait till you get here. Because at this time, well, I guess now too, but then he was much bigger than I was. And I think was actually the main focus of what they wanted. Now, I was been getting all the attention because I'm there, and you know what I'm saying? We're both there to get our own individual deals.
Yeah.
We had even tried to set it up as a package deal, and they weren't going to go for that. They wanted each of us individually. And so I tell him, I'm like, dude, they're about to slob you. Because that's how I felt. They were slobbing me, and they were going to get him wet. So
They was glazing though, no cap.
glazing. So I get him. The worst thing in the world happens. He loses his wallet.
Oh yeah, dude.
But we were so on cloud nine that he was like, we looked for an hour, and I was like, we got to get back to the studio. Or I was like, yeah, we got to get back to the studio. And he was like, fuck that wallet. I'll buy 2 more wallets when this is all over. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he literally was like, I'll buy 60 wallets and throw 59 of them
I'll
away.
buy
Like,
the whole state of Ohio wallets.
with my face on them type shit. But so we get,
embroidered face.
I was like, I'm about to go in there. I'm about to sing. They're gonna give me millions of dollars. That's what's about to happen.
yep. So we get there.
La La Land shit ever.
We park. It's chill.
Well, that's what it was supposed to be.
We go in, and they start glazing. We go back into that same studio. That same new artist is still working. We go right into the studio after he signs his NDA. Or no, we didn't even sign NDAs that night. That was the next day. But right after he signs in or whatever, we go right in. They take us right back into the studio.
Wait, so are you supposed to be talking about this if you signed an NDA?
Did I say a name? Who am I talking about?
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Who am I talking about?
That's all I care.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
And I also didn't sign NDAs about any of this. So
Oh, okay.
fuck them. We're not there yet. When we get to that, right after NDAs, the information is going to get short and to the point. We're chilling. We're in there with a Grammy-nominated engineer and 2 badass producers. They cook
He
up.
has a Grammy now.
Yeah, he does have a Grammy now. So look, he works this beat. The producer works this beat up in 30 minutes or less. It was like from the time we walked in till the 30 minutes later, beats fire. She goes over there and she already has a song written. So she goes there and she starts singing some stuff. And the engineer and the producer are like, I think you should come at it a different way. And she was like, okay, let's start with something completely fresh, right? So they start cooking up another beat right there, ba 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 ba, get it going. And she's writing, but then she asks us to join in and help her
We were
come up
like
with some
singing
ideas.
in the background, and she heard us singing and shit.
Yeah,
Y'all want to hit a riff on here?
yeah. So she asked us to come up and lay down melodies and ideas and lyrics, anything that we have that would help her assist her in this.
I
right?
do my job thing.
So we went up there, we did it. They vibed out. They started glazing me. They started glazing him. It worked out for both of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like, what time was it, DeAndre? Like 3 or 4 in the morning by the time we left that place. So we leave at like 3 or 4 in the morning.
Lit.
Lit.
Cloud 9. Like,
And I'd already went to the dispensary for us too. So we had some weed back at the place.
premium.
We had some beer. We went back there. We smoked. We drank. We celebrated. We were ready to
I think
go.
we paid $80 for an eighth or some shit.
We had to be. I bought some nice shit.
It was premium. This shit was gas.
We went back. We sat on this shitty couch in the shitty Airbnb, and we were like, whew, we ain't never gonna be in places like this again. We fucking went to bed. We wake up the next morning. We go there. We were supposed to be there at 11. We got there at 10:30. They brought us in immediately, and they're like, sign this NDA. Now it's a work day. Okay. There's other people in there that I guarantee are like Grammy winners, and not necessarily in the lobby at this time, the artists, but like there was other people there that work on albums and shit, engineers, producers, shit like that.
Like if I did tell you names, you'd be like, what?
Yeah, instrumentalists and shit. And they were like, I've never had to sign an NDA to come and do shit like this in my life. Like, what the fuck do you guys got going on there? Fuck this. No, I'm not signing. Like, do you remember that? Dude was freaking the fuck out.
He was popping.
Freaking the fuck out. Like, I'm not fucking signing that. I don't even have my lawyer here. You ask me to sign a legal document. Like, who the fuck? Blah, blah, blah. We just started signing. I was like, yeah.
I didn't care, yeah.
I don't have the money to argue with you. So I signed it, didn't read it, went inside.
I paid to come out here. Of course I'm going to sign that motherfucker.
Yeah. Like,
You know how much
tell
I
me-
paid to get in here if I would have said
You telling
no?
me it stops for me because I didn't sign an NDA?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't read that bitch at all.
So we go in. We only sit in the general common area. And remember, this is NDA land, so
Yeah.
I'm saying it as legal as I can. We're sitting in the general common area.
Okay.
We have a meeting. It wasn't supposed to be that day. They moved it up though, because I didn't get to meet the actual record executive that I was there to meet that first day. I was supposed to. Remember, I'd said he was at Dr. Dre's or something like that, and then he never made it back. So the next day he wants to meet with us, but we weren't supposed to meet him till like later on in the week. But he moved it up because he wanted to meet us. You know, at least do that. We might not do the actual meeting, but at least, you know, shake hands, introduce ourselves, things like that before the meeting. So we got there at 10:30 in the morning. I think at 11 p.m. that night is when he finally met with us. Somewhere around there, we met. There was a performance done by me. There's a bit of an introduction. There was some. How much can I say here?
You could say all of it without.
There were
the
some
name.
altercations.
Yeah, just tell me if I have to hit mute.
Just don't
I'll,
say anything.
I'll just have it ready in case you.
No, we shouldn't have to mute. But
There was some altercation between me and the record executive.
you could say it. Just don't mention a name.
Right.
So
okay.
he pulls me
Yeah,
up.
that's
I
good.
tell him pretty much who I am and what I do, and he stops me at what I do because I was like, I'm a singer. I make pop music. You don't make pop music. I was like, what? He's like, you don't make pop music. I was like, okay. He was like,
He's
you.
like, nah, I do make pop music.
That's literally what Spotify puts me in as a genre. I don't do that much. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
put me on pop playlists.
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
He was like, And he was
I was like, I got millions of streams. He's like, yeah, pop means popular. I was like, well,
said-
I've got millions of streams. He was like, Lil Durk makes pop music, but he's never on the pop charts, is he? He's like, it's popular music. I was like, okay.
Wait, Dirk?
yeah. So what he said,
Any music that's
so
popular.
look,
weird.
he said
Yeah.
something that is true, but it's just using it in this context is wild. And he was basically like, he looked at Dean and he was like, you don't make pop music, like Polo G is popular music.
Yeah.
And then he was like, your grandfathers took R&B, black R&B, whitewashed it and made it pop, which is true. But it's like,
It's pretty
you're
weird.
like, he's like your grandfathers. Like, you know, that's the part that's like, what the fuck? He has nothing to do with that.
He did it his grandfather.
Spotify
I'm sure.
categorizes him in
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm sure.
If
But
somebody
that being
asks him
said-
what kind of music he makes, it's like Spotify has said this is where you belong. Based
Yeah.
off of.
But okay, so kind of going from there, you see where that's going. We kind of skip all over that, and then, he kept asking my age. He kept making me restart my introduction and like asking my age, and then I told him how long I've been doing music. He's like, that just dates you. Don't do that.
It's like the younger the better. Like they love young motherfuckers, bro.
Right. So then he asked me to perform. I perform mixed reviews. I didn't do good. I'll just tell you that I didn't do good. For me, for my quality, for what I know I can do, they took me completely out of my element and, you know, pretty much put a spotlight on me and fucking really laid into me about some fucked up shit.
I'm talking about a camera in his face recording this interaction.
Yeah.
The whole thing is silent in the room.
Yeah, and I'm
Ugh.
Like
front and center,
awkwardly silent.
and
There's
they're
20
going-
people in a room and it's only 2 people.
and he's pretty much
talking.
going in on me. You know what I'm saying? And then he's like,
Yeah.
sing. And I'm,
Sing, monkey. That's what.
no, I didn't say that.
That's what it seemed to me. It's just like dance around, monkey. For real, bro. Like he just was like trying to puppet this dude, bro. It was disrespectful as hell.
So he walks out. He's done, right? After I'm done, showed him what I came to show him. We leave. We don't leave. We hung out for a minute, and so then we started to see. This is when the veil gets lifted immediately. People come out. They talk to me about it. They're like, okay. Like I said, mixed reviews. They're like, you either did good. Why did you do that bad? It was like, I was like, dude, I don't know how to explain that to you. And then there was some of them that would come up to him. One of them in particular came up to him and was like, or like she came up and she talked to me, right? Did all the talk and everything. She's like, yeah, you'll be all right. You just know you can do 1 million of these things before you get good at it. And looked right at him, and he's standing as close to me as he is now, and came up right up to him, got real close, and said, "You need to drop him," and walked away. And I heard it, and I was like,
He's right.
What?
Like my back. I'm talking to her over here. He talking to whoever over here. My back to him, and she's like, "Yeah."
Oh my god.
I'm sitting here like, wow. Like
so
That disrespect is crazy.
I'm not
So,
even gonna respond to that.
we
for real.
leave, come back the next day. It's different. It's a lot different.
You guys went back after that?
What? Because he didn't get his meeting.
Oh yeah.
I got my
'cause it was
meeting.
separate- Okay.
Yep. So we go back for his meeting. I'm there. At this point, I'm awaiting results. I know nothing. Nobody's told me anything. I woke up with a call the next morning from the Connect, like, man, you did fine. There's still other people in the room interested. Like, chill the fuck out. I was like, oh, okay. So we go back for his. It's a little different. Nobody's really talking to. They're really in work mode, though. And we're not in any of the studios. We're in general common area.
Mm-hmm.
And we wait pretty late again. And he'd end up doesn't get it. He doesn't get to do it that day. They say the next day. So we leave again. We'd stay there. It's like 16 hours a day that we're here.
Just chilling, like waiting.
Yeah. We did meet some really cool artists, big artists. We met some really cool people. Talked to them briefly.
They some idols. They some real idols. Like hell yeah.
Some cool people, dude. And I'll warn you, nothing Diddy like happened at this fucking place that we know of. So we didn't get close. I know earlier he said we got close. We did and didn't. We didn't get into anything like that. But like it's just like it is a different environment, and they're really hardcore motherfuckers. Like they mean what the fuck.
Yeah.
There's no holds barred type shit, and it's like it's very off putting.
It's
So
not
we
really
go-
a healthy environment. I don't
Nah,
think
I don't think it is. It's
know
very
a person that
tense.
would enjoy that environment.
It's
at
a
all.
tense environment, and it's
I
not even
definitely
like
wouldn't.
it's
No,
not even like
you
a
would've
work
hated
environment. Okay, because think about it like this: you're trying to create, right? So it's like think about putting Leonardo da Vinci in a box, and you put 50 motherfuckers around him who are painting experts, and they're like, "Paint, motherfucker, paint, paint better, paint here, paint there, paint there." No,
Use
don't do
red,
that. What is
use
wrong?
blue.
You fucking idiot!
Use yellow. Like,
Yeah, I will eat your ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just imagine. It's not
And
really
then they
easy
do
to
it.
paint when you do that, right? So imagine making music and you're trying to be in a vibe. You're just trying to make a vibe song. They're just like,
they're destroying your vibe.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
They're eating it. They're
And they're like, it doesn't
gaining
matter because I
sustenance
still
from
need
it.
millions of dollars, bitch. So make it anyway.
So that's what it
Quit
seemed. That's what it
crying,
felt
wipe
like.
your tears, and fucking get in that booth. That's the energy that's there all the time.
We get back the next day. They don't even let us inside.
What?
And hold on, but he still got a meeting, and they
Yeah.
know that, and they acknowledge that, and they're like, okay, but you can't be inside here today. And we're like, okay. They're like, until the meeting. And we're like, okay. So we wait. How long do we wait?
Until 11 at night.
We got there again at 10 or 11:30. 10 or 11:30 in the
It's
morning.
like
you
a whole
guys waited
12.
12 hours?
Yeah, outside in the same spot. And then we left once to go use the restroom and get food.
Get food. We got some banging food. Food was banging.
Just in case they was like, come in right now.
Yeah,
We was there.
we was like 5 minutes away at most ever the entire day.
I
in
tell
the
you,
car.
I'm thirsty.
I had to go get gas at one point. I remember we had to go get gas because we were sitting in the car with the car.
I
on
damn
for
near
so
was like,
long.
you want me to stay here, bro?
Yeah, he was like, "What if one of us should be like, no." They've been making us wait. We can make them wait a little bit. Was kind of our thoughts because I'm thinking at this point, I was like, they're trolling us,
Yeah, that's what it feels
and
like.
I feel horrible because I think it's because of me that they're now not giving him, and so I feel like shit, and so my vibe is just not there, but it's still I have hope, all right, because whatever. Late at night, come out. They get him specifically.
You come out and
And
finally
like,
gave me.
you can't come in, but you come in. You have to be by yourself. It's not a you thing. It's nobody else can be in there. It's just for him and this person. And it wasn't with the same person that I had a meeting with. It was with a different person.
Okay.
So that kind of makes sense, I guess.
Huge person. And I go in there, right?
I know nothing
Like,
at this
I'm
point.
on my way up there, dude. I'm already like mad, sad. Like my emotions are super confused. Like I don't even know how to feel. And on my way up there, this dude is bringing me in there. He's like, man, you're my only chance, bro. Like you're my only chance. Like you have to do this. You have to. It has to be you. In tears in my face, like just threw a mountain of pressure on me just right before we go in. Just like a stupid amount. Like, why would you dump that on me? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then we go in, and then we're talking to this dude, and it doesn't even look like he really gives a fuck about me being there at all. And I still have to sing in front of him. So I'm singing, and I ain't gonna lie, I was killing it. Like I was nailing the notes, but then I could just tell he was interested, and my brain started thinking about that, and then I lost track of what I was singing.
You forgot a lyric, right?
It was like one lyric. And then the dude I was with was like, why don't you sing in one song? It was a really new song, but it's my most popular song. But it was a brand new song I did not know the lyrics of. So I just sang
Which song
a
was
part
it?
of it. It was my verse for Sucker for Pain. I don't know that. It's a feature.
Yeah.
I don't rehearse my features. You know what I mean? Like,
Damn, that song's that old?
I mean, at the time, it was brand new.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but like it doesn't feel.
Chill.
I'm saying it doesn't feel like.
Chill,
Yeah.
Why?
because now we're dating it specifically.
Oh,
That's
true,
gotta
I
get-
said that,
That's got to
yeah.
get cut out.
But like,
No, I didn't say a time. I didn't say a year or anything.
No, but we said a song that was pretty new when it came out.
But he didn't release it for a long time. Like he had it in the bag.
That's true.
actually, it's true. It
So-
was in a bag for a long time.
Yeah.
So
Lazy fuck. I'm just kidding.
so that
I like that one. By
that
the way.
all happens, and then pretty much like a thank you, come again kind
So
of.
like, yeah, so I didn't do the best either. But like, it was after I just sat here for 2 days outside waiting to get in. We wasn't even enjoying LA. We went there 2 days. We're just waiting for this fucking opportunity, thirsty as shit. Like, and it was like they was toying with our emotions. Like, I can't wait to blow up
That
because I
feels like
probably
such a
will
troll
go to
play.
each person and slap them myself.
Which it could have been that, or it could have not been. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie to you. When I do blow up, I'm probably gonna go to each person that I met in LA that time, and I'll smack everybody.
To be honest, I don't really want to. I don't want to blow up in that industry anymore.
One thing I don't.
I
Look,
don't, dude.
And this is to anybody watching.
I don't have interest.
This is to anybody watching. If you know me, if you don't know me, I'll tell you one thing. I don't fuck with people fucking with my time. And if you fuck with my time, and because the time you can't get back, you start fucking with my time like that, it's going to come a time where I'm going to spend the time to fuck your time up. You feel me? Like, that time's coming. And, like, that was one of those times where it's like, I can't believe I got that much time and money wasted. So they got theirs coming. I ain't going to lie to you. I'll put that on record. Like,
So,
type shit.
that being said,
That shit.
he leaves. Or he comes back out. We drive. How far away was the Airbnb? Like 30, 45 minutes? Maybe an hour?
35, I think, right?
35, 45 minutes. He gets in the car.
We was near Hollywood.
I start it. I look over at him because he didn't say anything. I look over at him. I said, well, tell me. And he was like, I don't even fucking know. I was like, what? I was like, fucking tell me. And so he tells me that. And I was like, and I just start driving. And we went to a liquor store. And we grabbed some liquor. And then we went, there was still one weed store nearby because we had smoked all of our shit by this point, waiting. And just being on our own, we just smoked it all. So we went to this one place that was selling pre-rolls. We grabbed 1 or 2 pre-rolls. I think we only had enough money left to grab 1 pre-roll.
Damn.
And
Money was so tight. Oh my god,
Dude, I bet. Especially after all the clothes and stuff.
oh,
And losing your wallet. Like, that'll put a strain on your spending.
Like I was still
Yeah.
getting paid while I was out there though. Like I was getting paid for cover art and stuff that I was just gonna do when I
but
got
he also
back.
had no documents to show a bank who he even was, so he could then get money out of his
out.
account. So it was just like he was absolutely
Strapped
without it.
in LA.
And we have to fly back, and he doesn't have identification.
Dude, I had to fly back.
Oh, yeah.
So whatever. We go back. We said 2 words to each other the whole night after that. Smoked in silence, drank in silence, went to bed in silence. I didn't really sleep. I don't know if he slept. I almost certainly didn't sleep, but maybe an hour or 2. We got up the next morning. We were told to come back.
You're joking.
And then we went back, and I don't even remember. I don't think we did anything at all.
I didn't know you guys went 3 times. I thought I knew the whole thing. I guess I
I
didn't.
went twice.
You didn't go the 3rd time? Oh, yeah, because he went the 1st time.
No, we went to.
It's all one time, but he's talking about each day. He's talking about each day.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
We went every single day we were down there.
Yeah,
That's
except
what
for
I'm
the
saying.
last day. Except for the last day.
Yeah.
And so, whatever, we went back. It was really uneventful. Nothing happened. We leave. We go back. We pack our shit. We go to bed. We wake up in the morning, and we go to fly back home. We get to the fucking shit. He goes through security. We've already looked up what he has to do, losing your ID. It has to happen to somebody else.
Okay, so yeah, they do have a.
They have a protocol.
Okay.
It was going to take some extra time. We get there 3 hours before our flight or more. It was a while. We get there. He takes an extra 45 minutes at the security checkpoint. So I get done, and I get through, and I was like, I'm just going to stand here on the side. And they rushed me away from the area. They're like, you cannot stand here. And I was like, okay, I'll just stop downstairs. Well, there's people along this fucking route every way that are like, okay, you go here, you go here, you go here. And I sit down on this bench.
And they don't even speak English, some of them.
Yeah, so I sit down on this bench, and I'm like, hey, man, like, when's the next bus for this gate? Because there was like an LAX, there's a shuttle system. And he was like, right now. And I was like, oh, well, when's the next one going to come? He's like, I don't know. Maybe it won't for another hour or so. And I'm like, well, that's too late to get to our shit.
Yeah.
I was like, I call him, and I don't think you answered. And I was like, well, fuck, I'll just go, and I'll call him when he gets done with this shit, and I'll tell him which one to go to, which gate to go to, because there's got to be more than one shuttle running at LAX at that point.
Yeah.
And there was like 2 more that came, and he gets done, he gets through, and he asked them the same question: which bus takes me to this? And they said this one, this one, this one. So he hops on. It wasn't that one. They took him to the wrong gate, and then for him to get back to the right gate,
I had to go through TSA again.
He had to go through
without
security
an
again.
ID.
And so they almost didn't want to let him because we've already let you through security once without an ID.
And I was trying to explain, I was like, one of y'all staff members just fucking pointed me to the wrong shit, dude. This, like, I've never been to this airport. Like I need help. Like I
Yeah.
need someone to direct me where to go.
Yeah.
And then this dude directed me to the wrong place again when I went through again.
Bro.
And at that point, the plane was literally boarding, and I'm like, bro, you have to get here right fucking now.
He led me again to this point where I was like, is this where you go? Like, I'm trying to leave to Dayton. He said, oh, you're trying to leave? You got to go through TSA again. I was like, bro, you just took me from TSA, motherfucker. Like,
Yeah.
you just took me from TSA, and now I'm here. I'll just walk back with you, bro. Like, I'll just walk back with you. It's cool. And he said, no, this sign says you can't come back here. I was like, you just walked me over here, past that sign. Like, now I have to go through TSA a third time?
But they didn't make you go through TSA a third time.
And
They were
then
like,
I
okay,
went-
I'll just get you to your gate. But they got him to his gate
And they-
late.
Yeah, they got it to me.
The plane was already pulled off. I was already on the plane.
Dude.
They kept
And
running me in
I
circles.
made them hold the plane for like 5 to 10 minutes. They're like, is anybody with you? Is your whole party here? And I was like, no. I was like, my friend, he's on this
Is that
plane.
why that? Yeah, I guess that explains why we had to go to the airport at fucking
Yeah.
5 a.m.
You have to go like 4 hours early.
We didn't even talk about how hard it was to get there. I forgot the fact that in order to get to LA the first time, we had to we had to go to Indianapolis to fly out of, right?
Yeah, I
Oh
remember that
Okay,
too.
we got there and we're walking up to the airport. We're opening the door to the airport, and they were like, "Oh, your flight's been delayed. Oh, delayed indefinitely." We were like, "Oh, that can't happen."
You have to go.
We have
then
to
they
go.
said, you have to go to Michigan.
So you have to go
If
to
you want to fly.
You have to go to Grand Rapids, Michigan. Well, that's another 4 hours from here. But they were like, if you start driving now, the flight's in 5 hours. You'll just make it.
Did you guys do that?
Yes, immediately. We
Gross.
changed. I gave my phone to Sarah.
Gross.
When I talk about the sacrifices
fucking
that went
terrible.
in that
And
LA
this is the
trip,
first time. This isn't the second LA trip. This is still the first LA trip because this was me, Sarah, you, and we went all the way to Grand Rapids.
Wait, so this is different than the?
Yeah, yep. I'm telling you,
Okay.
this is how fucked up it is.
yeah, we
this
went
is the
3
first time.
times. We did go
3
3
weeks
times.
prior, right? First
Mm-hmm.
time 3 weeks prior. I drove to Grand Rapids. I know nobody in Grand Rapids. I have my car, my personal car. I park it in Grand Rapids long term, fly to LA the first time, do a whole week in LA, come back, wait 2 weeks, go back to LA, and then I had my return flight going to Grand Rapids. So my car sat in a long-term parking lot in Grand Rapids, Michigan for 1 month. Now I'm getting back to Grand Rapids, Michigan alone, which is 6 hours. It's several hours from my house at 10:30 at night in the middle of a snowstorm. So I'm driving
I
back.
remember that snowstorm.
I was driving
We
back.
had to drive in it to get you.
I was driving back alone with, did I even have your luggage? Because you checked it at the beginning. So I had his checked luggage. Because it made it onto the plane. And then I blew a tire at 2:30 in the morning,
Oh my god.
and I had to pump it up at several gas stations on the way back to limp it back. And I got back at 4:30, 5 o'clock, maybe
Bruh.
6.
I was in LA with nowhere to go, no clothes and no ID.
And no ID and no wallet.
Overnight.
Yeah. So you had to stay with somebody we know down there. And how long was it? It was a day or two before you got back?
It was 2 days.
Yep.
I had to stay there for a full day and then like the next morning leave. It was terrible. And I had to like call everybody and ask for money. Terrible time. I ain't gonna lie, that was the worst LA experience I ever had, and that's the reason like I'm gonna smack a few people when I get there.
And so,
Dude,
yeah.
yeah, that whole we drove him back from the Kentucky airport.
Yeah.
And the whole time from Kentucky to Dayton, Ohio, when we got dropped off,
I was probably bitching.
the whole time he was filling us in. It took him that whole hour and a half to get through everything that happened to him.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
a lot.
there's
dude.
some-
You went through some shit.
yeah, there was some really cool people at that thing. And the people we met with, I just don't think it will work out between us. And I also don't think that we were ready for it as artists, even though we really thought we were.
Yeah.
And I just don't think we were ready for those people even. But it was like we didn't mesh well. Things didn't go according to us. There was kind of some shit that we felt was personal that may or may not have been personal. But at the end of the day, it is what it is.
Yeah.
The industry is so fucked that actually I don't want to be famous no more.
No, I don't have any interest.
I don't
in that.
have any interest on actually becoming a popular person.
Yeah.
I just want to heal a lot of people, and I know touching a lot of people's hearts is going to come. Popular is going to come with that. Because at the
I'm glad you
No
said hearts.
Diddy. No
He said
Diddy.
touching people is very important to me.
But for real,
I know that touching hearts, when you heal a lot of people at once,
Yeah.
that's going to come popularity. You know what I'm saying? So
come.
like, but that's not what I'm gunning for. I really just want to heal with my music. So
That's important. That's like why I originally got into music. And then like once I realized like obviously this isn't going to take off. Like I'm almost 30. My market is a tapped market. Like nobody's looking for me. Yes, music was my
That's actually
personal
not true.
music was my personal therapy. So I will always write. But I am officially retired from music.
I think if I put your song in front of 1 million people, that you will get a positive response. It's just
but
getting in front of millions of people.
But even then, like having to, go through, I would have to do it independently, of course.
You have to.
Yeah, I think that's the only
That's the
real
only way.
fun way to do it anyway.
I think
Yeah.
with them I hope they get Diddy. I hope they get him, and
they
I
better.
hope they get all the people that's tied with him.
But they
Because I
won't.
think that's gonna blow a hole in the entire industry as a whole. It's just gonna blow a hole in it, and it's gonna leave room for legit people and legit labels to come through and change the game and make it actually good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's and then the unicorn creamed everywhere, and everybody could eat forever, and there was never world hunger or homelessness. It's a really cute story, but I don't think that everybody's going down like that. This ain't the Rapture. This ain't a storybook.
It ain't the Rapture. I think he's gonna get away with it, personally.
I don't know if Diddy will get away with it, but everybody, for sure, everybody's not going down.
I think there's some
if
things.
Epstein has taught me anything, it's that everybody's not going down. Epstein is okay. If we're talking Diddy to Epstein, we're talking $1 billion to a dollar bill. Like that's how much worse Epstein was than I think Diddy. So and Epstein's list of people has been exposed. Everybody can go on and read it, but nobody cares. Nobody's being brought in for questioning.
Whatever happened to that Ghislaine Maxwell chick?
She's got a
Whatever her
trial,
name
or
is.
she's on trial, or it
Who
keeps
is that?
Right, that's like
right hand man. That's his
yeah.
KK.
Yeah, so like she was on trial, but this was like 2 years ago, and I haven't heard anything since.
Yeah, dude, they just all hush moneyed it away or something. I don't know.
Dude, yeah, something's got to give with that.
But I'll
'cause-
tell you what, they will love to show you a puppy dog adoption event at a shelter in Minneapolis on the world news before they show you this.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's
Welcome to Genius
Dogs
and
that
Derp,
need a home.
a
but they
precise news source. No, we are not a news source. Please do not fucking think that is real.
allegedly.
Yeah. Allegedly a news source. I am Anchorman Derp.
don't. And I am Anchorman Genius.
We're here with Weatherman Dean.
I'm Weatherman Dean.
And
Now
It's
Dean
raining
with the
everywhere.
sports.
we love you.
I love you guys.
Diddy also loves you.
Hey, love loves you.
Love. Hey, one time for me, hit the niggas button.
Peace out.
Niggas?
Thank you guys for tuning in. You have finished another episode.
Yeah, we
of
don't.